Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the workshop review stream, pre-Smissmas 2023, Part 2. Part 2. You know what's going on. You know the deal. You know how this works at this point. Do I even need to say anything? You know how this works. So, where's my webcam? Where's my fucking webcam? Hello? Why is my webcam not working? Hey, there we go. Now it's here. Don't know why it decided to break, but hello. Let me adjust this real quick so I'm not so giant on the screen here. Bring this smaller. Put me down here where I belong. There we go. A little wider because I demand symmetry. Perfect. Okay. So, you know how this works. You know how this works. If you want me to review an item on the workshop, only items, no maps, can't do maps because I can't load up a map and look at, I mean I can, but I don't want to, and also I'm not going to be able to accurately give my thoughts on a map without having played on it. So don't send maps, send me hats, send me taunts, send me unusual effects, and send me skins. Just send me items. If you want to send me an item to look at on stream, join the Discord in the description of this stream, and there is a channel in there called Workshop Items. Copy and paste your link in there, but only one. Only send me one link at a time. Because I get like 500 messages during a stream. Send me one message with one link. If your message has multiple links, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna look at it. So there's one link at a time, please. And today's special request is that you send me the best. Send me the best hats, the best taunts, the best skins, and the best unusual effects. So we can build the Smissmas update. I already have a nice long list of stuff that I've bookmarked, that I'm considering to put into a video talking about what I would like to see for a good Smissmas update, alright? Just try to limit yourself to one item because there are tons of people that send me links. Just pick the one item you want me to look at. Because inevitably, people send the same item multiple times, so just one link, one item, make it the one you really want me to look at, so I can get through as many people's links as possible. And because this is the last workshop stream before Smissmas, because what they're probably going to do is probably sometime in the next week or so, maybe next couple of weeks, probably around the 22nd, probably before Thanksgiving is when they're going to pick the content for Smissmas this year. So, hopefully, by the end of next week, I'll get this video out, containing everything that I would like to see, for a good update, not you know, like a garbage, tacky Christmas update, but actual good content that is objectively good. Gotta get it out before this day, around the 16th or 17th, otherwise we'll have no chance, none. Not that Valve pays attention to workshop upvotes anyway. They pick items with ratings as low as 50% and put them in the game anyways, so really, this could just be throwing punches at a ghost, and it's not gonna matter anyway. But you know what? Can't say we're not gonna try, right? Can't say we're not gonna try. Okay, so, if you're in that Discord, I'm about to open up the Workshop Links channel, and you can send your links, okay? Go. Holy fuck. Oh, wow. Yep, there they come. Every time, it never ceases to amaze me just how many fucking people are waiting to send me a link. Holy moly. Is it pointless to send single weapon skins too? No, I mean, you can send them. You know, you can send whatever you want, but the chances of Valve adding an item like that are very, very slim. Very, very slim. But it's still an item, and hey, because we can never really predict what Valve is going to do, they might just, on a whim, decide to add an old school type of skin. Who the fuck knows? Because they're doing crazy shit like adding V-script game modes, so, you know, Eric Smith just might get a hankering for putting something different in the game and he'll just throw in an old school skin. Who knows? We'll see, but time will tell. Time will tell, and I will go ahead and say, yeah, sure, we can include them. We can include them, alright? That's the idea. Alright? I want Battle Royale and see it. We already have Battle Royale. We have Arena Mode. Arena Mode is just a glorified Battle Royale. That's all it is. It functions in the exact same way, except there are teams. And once you're dead, you die, and you wait for a reset. TF2 is doing Battle Royale before Battle Royale games were even a thing. I think Arena shipped with the vanilla game on launch. Correct me if I'm wrong, or it was added not too long after the game's release. So, TF2's been doing Battle Royale way before anybody else. So, how do I know it's Eric Smith that works on TF2? Because I speak with workshoppers and he's like the one guy that reaches out and tells people that their content has been added. And if there are any problems or things they want to adjust with their stuff, they reach out to him and he does everything. So it has been long since confirmed that Eric Smith is the only person working on this game. No one else touches TF2 anymore. No one else touches TF2. Arena was in 2008? Thank you. Okay, so. Even still, my point stands, TF2's been doing Arena mode far before Battle Royale games were a thing. So. Anyways, let's begin, shall we? The now updated Conflagration Warpaint. I believe this guy listened to some feedback we gave him and made some serious adjustments, and yes, it looks significantly better than the previous iteration, which was what I called it had like a ketchup custom wear. It looked really bad. This is a lot better. So you just have like some small embers and char marks to make it look like the rocket's been taken off. It's been heated up by the atmosphere. Looks really good. It's a nice clean skin. The custom wear is nice. It's not too overly busy. You know what? This is now just a decent skin. To which I will say, yes. Oh, I can't. Really? It's gonna make me sign in? Oh, fuck off, Steam. Why'd you do this to me? Oh, I hate Steam. Why does Steam never fucking work? Ever. When it needs to work, when I need this shit to work, it's like, nope, sorry. Not gonna work for you. Yes, I approve of my fucking login. Thank you, Steam. Now I can properly vote on these things. I say yes. I will bookmark this. Done. Moving forward. Deadly Dignity. Fairly simple war paint. I feel like it's kind of getting to the point where I'm noticing two trends. People who make war paints are kind of waking up that people want more skins that are nice and simple and clean and look like this. So now, as a result, we have an oversaturation of arguably very good skins, but now things are kind of getting repetitive to where, like, I feel like I know I've seen a war paint that looks exactly like this before. So, yeah. Anyways, this skin, it's really good. Business class, but better. I kind of agree. It's a lot cleaner. The way business class handles brown is just not very good. And this one is just really, it's another nice, simple, clean skin that I would just not mind seeing in the game. I think it's really good. I'm gonna bookmark this. I'm gonna add it to the Smissmas list. This would make for a really good, like, mercenary grade or a good commando grade even. It's nice. We need more bad weapon skins. We already have so many! We already have so many objectively terrible skins. Do I need to pull up the list? Do I need to pull up the list? Like, what I need to do is I just need to, like, pull up the whole list of skins and, like, do a tick off boxes after each one saying bad, 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 bad. Because there are so many terrible war paints in this game. Holy moly. Yes, I will be sharing the Smissmas list because I'm making a video containing enough items for an entire update that I will put on my YouTube channel. And the goal of these streams, at least today's and the previous one, was to get enough items to where I can put together a full update, okay? That's the idea. But do I need to, like, show you the list? So, let's see. Alpine, ass. Antique Annihilator, ass. Balloonicorn, not bad. Bamboo, ass. Bankrolled, ass. Balloon buffed, Bonk, ass. Bonzo, ass. Brain Candy, ass. Broken Bones, terrible. Calavera Canvas, terrible. I forgot I don't even know what Candy Coated looked like. Candy Coated, dog shit. Chili Autumn, trash. Clover Camo, trash. I could do this all day. I could do it all day, but I'm not going to. It's fucking, we already have too many terrible war paints in this game. We don't need more. This one, however, is quite good. I think it's good. Working Class. It's a t-shirt. Is it paintable? They don't have to be fucking paintable. Thank God. Thank God. Every time I see a cosmetic that does like a full body remodel or something, or like a full body retexture, I panic inside a little bit because I just fully expect them to have this ridiculous paint region. But thank God, it's just a simple shirt. It's just a simple shirt. And you know what? I'm okay with this. I think it's fine. Like, just a nice, simple shirt. Motherfucker, I'd have to refresh every single one. I do. Anyway, you know what? It's a nice, simple shirt. I see nothing wrong with it. It makes Engineer look a bit cleaner without the overalls. I don't know. I like it. It's a nice, simple thing. The only thing I don't like about this is, like, the rolled down version, where this is, like, Engineer's default look, is with his sleeves rolled up, but because they can't change that part of his model, they have to model over his rolled up sleeves, so it looks chunky. I don't think they needed to have the sleeves rolled down version. I think just the overall less Engineer is probably fine. But either way, sure, why not? I'll bookmark this one too. This one behaves as like a nice mercenary grade filler for a case, and I think people would use it. Just a nice, simple, clean item. Also, I will say, the bookmarks that happen on this stream don't automatically guarantee that the item is going to be put into the video. Just reminding you guys of that now, because I already have too many items in the bookmark list to where it's not going to be able. I've seen this one before already, and I already voted no, so no thank you. Brass Class. So here we go, another very similar war paint to the previous one, except it's a bit more gray and it lacks gold. But you know what? Hey, another nice, simple, clean skin of which I see nothing wrong. It wears rather nicely. Seems to look pretty decent on most weapon models. Look at that. It just looks good. It's a nice, simple skin. I like it. It's like someone says like a darker brass beast. I approve. I say yes, and I will also bookmark this one. Another skin for which I see no problems. About when will Smissmas release? It's historically released during the first week of December for the past several years. Yeah, it is drab. It's drab, but you know what? We need more simple skins like this. It's a good mercenary grade. Team Timber. Team Timber. Okay, so the idea is like it's themed after like a ski resort, like the trees or what have you. This is nice. It's actually really good. Like, here we go. You're like finally some color. This is actually quite nice. This is really good. Team colored with the gold. Like, red and gold is a good combination, and blue and gold is a really good combination. He threw the black in there. Ooh. Yeah. This is nice. This is I approve. The only thing I kind of don't like about it is like the brown. I feel like the brown, like here, the brown on the detonator, for some reason looks darker than it does here. I know it's just the lighting, but I feel like it would have benefited if the brown was more like a rich, dark walnut than it was this lighter brown, but it's a very, very minor nitpick. Beyond that, this is like a really solid war paint. This is awesome. Bookmarked, going in the folder. I like the sticker. I think the sticker's fine. He, like, worked with the sticker and then just used that as his color palette. I think it's good. Yeah, it's not too flashy. Not too flashy, it's quite good. I'm a fan of it. So I'd like to make a point. Because this thought just popped into my mind, okay? Oh, it's a gradient! That's why. Okay, that's why. Here we go. So it's a wood gradient. See, I don't think you should have done that. What I think you should have done is you should have stuck with, like, just this shade of brown, and then it would have been totally fine all the way through. That's the problem. Like, this lighter color doesn't look bad. This darker brown looks pretty good. Even this one looks pretty good, but this one doesn't look very great. That one doesn't look very great. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the randomization of assets when it can create drastic changes like this that can make the overall composition look really bad. Macaw Masked falls outside of that category because the randomization affects the entire skin. Like 80% of the skin is the macaw feather texture, so that one's just a crapshoot all the way through and through. It does give it variety, but I don't like it when it can detract from the overall composition more often than help it. So, I think you should have stuck with one of these darker shades of wood and not done the randomization thing, but either way, I'll bookmark it. I like it. See, I feel like these motherfuckers know what they're doing. They're striking to my preferences and my... This is good! God, finally, some good fucking food on a workshop stream, man. This is... Ooh! Oh, this is clean! Oh, with the brown and the black and the silver? Ooh! Ooh, baby. I want this. Oh, dude. Hell yeah. Give me this shit right now. This is great. Simple and clean colors, man. This is gonna look good on most. Look at the fucking pen. It's like leather. Oh, like the leather grip on the revolver and the handles. Oh, the leather's on all the right spots, dude. Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, this is awesome. This one has a very, very high chance of going into the video. That is fantastic. Look at the fucking winger. Bro's becoming a soy jack. What else is new? Welcome to my streams. Not into war paints, but I want this. That's when you know this guy did something right. Look at the minigun. Oh, fuck. Go back. Minigun. So good! Yeah, this is great. This is another one where, man, we've been hitting it off with just like nothing but really good shit so far. People say I do nothing but complain and do nothing but like shit on items. Watch my fucking streams, where the past, what, 5 out of 6 items have been fucking phenomenal, and I've given them praise. Polar Huntsman, didn't I see this one before? Oh, they updated it. Okay, so they updated it. I don't remember how the original version looked, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to compare it to that. The wear is really clean. It like they adjusted the colors so it's not super terrible with higher wear. That looks quite good. I'm a fan of the now silvery and gray camo. Gives it a bit of pop. It's not so flat. I dig it. Still not a fan of the sticker. I don't like these little details in stickers because I think it just adds visual noise that's completely unnecessary. I think they could have done without the stars and then just done like a pair of mounted antlers and that would have been fine. Very similar color palette to the previous war paints we've seen, but I kind of like the camo on this one. I like the camo. I like the silver blended into the camo. I like it. Oh, fuck, I had to refresh every single one because I wasn't logged in. I like it. I'm going to vote yes on this one, and I'm going to bookmark it. Again. I caused the TF2 workshop to enter the Renaissance? No. Workshoppers make what Valve picks. Because the previous Warpaint case was the most successful Warpaint case in the game's history, and it received nothing but overwhelming praise, that's what people are gonna make now. Because they realized shitty skins like this, right? This isn't what people want. People think this is fucking garbage, and they don't want to open Warpaint cases. Whereas skins like these are overwhelmingly popular amongst the player base. And the statistics behind the Warpaint cases show that. Do we know that? Yes, we do for a fact. I've done my own math. The easiest way to check on how popular a Warpaint case is, just look at the volume of cases sold on the community market during the opening 2 weeks of the update. The summer 2023 case was the most popular Warpaint case in this game's history. Period. People loved it, because it contained nothing but good skins. Well, a couple of stinkers, but mostly good skins. Trench Warfare. Here's another trend I noticed also. Because the previous winter cosmetic case contained mostly winter-themed and more tame items, there's been a high volume of very good items being uploaded to the workshop that just aren't more tacky Christmas crap. Here's another example of that. Keep it up, guys. You're doing the right thing. The color kind of looks like pizza dough, like fondant. It seems chunky. The paint region is tame, which I appreciate. Tame paint region. I appreciate the tame paint region. I can't... See, to me, it looks like they did a paint over on this. I can't tell if they did a paint over on this. It almost feels like they did, but I can't tell. And if I can't tell, then sure, why not? I say yes, this is another pretty fucking good soldier coat that would do decently well inside of a new case. It's from the comic? I wouldn't even fucking remember. This is like from one panel of a TF2 comic? I wouldn't even know. But yeah, this one has like obviously a ton of loadout potential. It's just a solid, simple cosmetic that I think would be great. I dig it. See, this is not appropriate. This is not appropriate where you are repainting 70% of Spy's model. Even though the colors are muted, you should not be able to do this. This is the fucking wrong way to handle items. Do not do this. The modeling work is fantastic, but who in their right fucking mind would think it's okay to repaint 60% of the player model into a color that isn't default team colors? What the fuck are you doing? What is wrong with you? Don't do this. Had it just been black, fine, you can make an argument for that. But repainting the entire shirt and his pants? What the fuck are you smoking? Are you high? I'm saying no, because I didn't see the paint region the first time around. This is fucked. Like, this would be fine, but these fucking paint regions? Good God. What are you doing? That's fucked up. Don't do this. Freedom Club. This is obviously referencing something that I don't know. So, chill? No, I will not chill. Because when you're chill, and when you're passive, and you don't speak your mind, that's when you get garbage in this game. That's when people can exploit the neglected system that is the community workshop, and Valve's incompetence and overall apathy towards this game. If you do not express your mind, if you do not express your distaste with shit being added, then guess what's going to happen? We will continue to get garbage. So do not be passive when it comes to stuff being added to this game. Is it the Unabomber? Well, if it's the Unabomber, I say no, because we don't want that in the game. So we'll pass on that. Antarctic Alloy. I don't know. It's not bad, but it's something about the white. It's like when you have large areas of real estate on a weapon model that are white, even though it's muted, it can look odd. Like white needs to be handled very sparingly with TF2 skins, or just in general when it comes to stuff being added for TF2. Like it has that snowy ice texture that helps break it up, so it is indeed a good way to handle white in the skin, I'll give it that much, but I think what's throwing me off the most is I don't like how the white is contrasting with the leather. I think that's bothering me the most, because like when you have the white being contrasted by the black and the gold and the gray, that looks quite nice, but when you have the brown slapped next to it, just doesn't, like, that looks pretty bad. I don't like that. Perhaps they could do away with the leather texture and do, so like if you just look at the base war paint, that looks fine. The leather texture is really not doing much for this. I feel like they could perhaps replace this with something like treadplate, like a silver treadplate texture. That would look quite nice, because that gives it a more kind of, Antarctic outpost, like maybe like a winter vehicle type of thing, right? That might be better. So, but I'm not a fan of the brown. I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna vote no, but I'm not gonna bookmark this one. This one is ancient and will never be added to the game. Well, I say that, but they went back to one of this guy's war paints. I think it was Swashbuckled, and they threw it in the game at random. I wonder why they probably updated it to bump it on the workshop, but this one's okay. The color palette's quite good. There's something about the texture work that gives it this slight 3D feel that doesn't really make it feel like a TF2 skin a little bit. It's not bad. I'll say yes. I have to fucking refresh my game again. I'll say yes. But I think we have other options that are better for a Warpaint case. For winter. Whoa! I don't know, man. I can't decide, because part of me appreciates that it's a more tame effect. Part of me appreciates that it's a more tame effect. You don't have 5 neon color variants of it. You know, it's small, it's contained, it's not like giant particles flying around everywhere. But it's whenever you have really high-speed animations, it really just... I don't think high-speed animations look very good. It reminds me of the clown vomit effects from, like, the Robo cases. Yeah, what was it? Roboactive and Antifreeze. Reminds me of those. I don't know, man. I think... Society has surpassed the need for new unusual effects. I do agree, Richter, but... if we're gonna get unusual effects in the game, I would much prefer to see something like this than another awful neon color palette swap. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's kind of in the middle. It's like a mid-tier effect. You know, it's themed for New Year's without being overly holiday in your face. It's okay. It's just okay, and sometimes you do need just okay unusual effects. Here we go. We have this, you know, the out-of-focus lights unusual effect that was updated from the previous time I gave it feedback. It is a lot better now, in that the particle animation is nice and slow, contained within the head, they fade out in a nice way. It's a little bit better, but it's just... you know what, man? I just gotta say, I'm still just not a huge fan of this one. Mainly because it's flat circles moving away from the head, and flat, simple shapes don't look good in TF2, where everything has very slight asymmetries and very, you know, it's nothing is perfectly symmetrical in the game. There's symmetry in the game, but there's nothing perfect, right? Like, I still much prefer the previous unusual effect compared to this one. It's not bad, but it's just not good either. I'm not a fan of it, and I also don't like the 5 color palette swaps. I think you would have just fine. You would have been just fine doing a team colored variant, but I mean, you gotta do what Valve picks, right? You gotta do 4 different colors, but I'm not a fan of it, honestly. It's like a tier below mid, but it's not shit. Yeah, it's team colored. Like this team colored version is fine. Like if you just stuck with that, yeah, that's okay. But the green, no. Just give us the gold. Get rid of the green. Just give us a team colored version and then the gold, and then that would have been fine. You have a weird cup? It's a cup. It's my teacup. Gotta have tea. Yeah, I don't dislike it, but I'm not gonna bookmark it and put it in the video. Strasbourg Scholar. That's pretty good, honestly. I like this. I like what Spy doesn't have enough of. He doesn't have enough 3-piece suit options, right? You have the Blood Banker, and I think that's the only one I can think of. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. This looks really fucking good. The paint region, from what I can see in the screenshots down here, is just the tie. That's actually a really nice cosmetic. This is good, man. You know what, Two-Ton? Hey, man, guess what? This time, you didn't fuck up by recoloring the classes into something that isn't default. This is good. You kept the recolors on smaller areas, and it looks quite nice. Finally, you finally hit the nail on the head with a cosmetic that looks quite nice. I'm gonna bookmark this one. This would be like a decent commando grade for Spy. This looks nice. I'm a much bigger fan of the plain version because I think the gridded texture adds a little bit too much noise. I think the plain version is going to be the far more popular one. The plaid, rather, not grid, plaid. But I think the plain version is arguably the better one, and I think more people would use the plain version than the plaid version. But this is quite nice. I like it. Could be going in the video. Ah! Ooh. Well. Oh. Ooh. It's a little... like, the colors are great. The colors are fine, but man, this pattern is really noisy. It's just, there's nothing visually... Like, if I take my fingers, right, and I cover the parts of the shortstop that have what I assume is meant to be a Jackson Pollock type texture, right? If I put my fingers and cover those parts of the weapon model, then it looks really good. But as soon as I take my fingers away, wow, it's just, it's bad. I really don't like this texture. It's way too noisy. It needs, like, look at this. Yeah, when you have randomly scaled shapes and also random shapes that are not uniform, you have 2 degrees of randomness that clash really poorly and make something look incredibly noisy. You have to pick one or the other. If you're gonna have random scaling on something, make sure the shapes are all at least roughly similar. If you're gonna have different shapes, at least make sure the scaling is all roughly the same. If you have both, it's gonna be haywire. It's gonna look really bad. This is an example of that, where it's not like nice repeating symmetric waves, right? Symmetry is more pleasing to the eye than randomness. Because it lacks that, this is just really all over the place. And you have this extra added random element that's the TF2 logo, which adds more visual noise. It really doesn't look very good. What I think you could have done, and this is something that Pamp has done. Pamp's done this. I'm sorry. I have to do it. I have to do it. I'm sorry. I'm doing it again. I gotta do it. Where's my favorites? I gotta go to Pamp. I gotta go to Pamp because he made a war paint like this. He made a war paint like this. That is quite good, where it uses a wavy texture, but it retains a level of symmetry that's very pleasing to the eye. Hold on, I gotta like zip all the way to the end of my list here. Where are you? Give me, here we go. I gotta go to Pamp's workshop once again, because this motherfucker is the god when it comes to making skins. Greatest of all time, he knows what he's doing. Where is it? It's part of his confidential collection. Where is it? I have all of his skins memorized at this point because they're just all so good. Here we go. Part of his confidential collection. Where is it? Here we go. So here we go. This Pauline war paint, right? It still has a slight degree of randomness to it, but the thickness of each of the stripes is more uniform, right? So it has slightly less randomness to it, which makes the overall composition much more pleasing to the eye. If they handled the primary texture like this, then it would have been oh so much better, because in tandem with that color palette on that war paint was really good, but the primary texture's execution is just blah and all over the place. If they went with something like this, oh yeah, but that would have been great. But it's the asexual pride flag. No, this is Miss Pauling's color palette. It's her shirt, you know, and then her pants and her leggings. Come on, what's wrong with you? Manifest Destiny. Is this an emote? It could be a lot shorter, but it is still a taunt. Because you could do that after you kill somebody. I consider this, I do indeed consider this a taunt. I'm a fan of it. I like it. I'll say yes. The animation work leaves a little bit of something to be desired. It feels a little bit too... Maybe not. Let me look at it again. Something about the arm part of the animation looks a little odd, but it's a very minor issue with the overall thing. I think it's fine. I think it's good. The flag texture looks weird. Yeah, it does look a bit odd, but I don't know. I'll take this over another fucking vehicle taunt. I'll take this over like another like Spy cooking some fondue or something. Like this is actually a taunt. This isn't an emote. Thing is, I'm okay with it looking a bit stiff because traditionally TF2's animations are very stiff and simple, so those mesh with the game far better than these like really crazy, overly animated things that look like they belong inside of another game entirely. So I'm okay with simpler animation style than, you know, really crazy over-the-top stuff. So maybe it's a problem with how the arm's polygons stretch. Yeah, it could be, because it feels like they go a little too far with the arm bend, and so it kind of like it gets twisted and fucked up, right? Like, here's what they could have done. To make this a much shorter and simpler taunt, What they could have done is just this. Boom, flag, salute, done, right? Remove the fist pump. Then it would be a whole hell of a lot shorter, and I think it would see a lot of use. Boom, salute, and then arm goes back down, flag goes away. That's all you need to do. You don't need the fist pump, and then it's fine. Because what's it going to do? It's going to half the length of the taunt to make it more in line with other taunts we have in games. So there are these nice, quick, easy things to do. And then it'll make it look visually a bit better. So that's what you should do. Hurry up, you two. You guys, make that change with this taunt. It'll get added. Whoa! Okay, this is... Oh my god. Well, yeah, I understand that this is like meant to be the TF2 classic pyro, but here we have another prime example of changing way too much on a character model, right? It changes far too much. It changes, like, here, like, one thing that this does away with almost entirely is it removes the gradients on Pyro's body. And so that, as a result, automatically makes it look weird, right? And then you have a complete revisioning of his entire torso and his legs, right? The only thing that still resembles the default Pyro is the emblem and his gloves and his shoes. Everything else has changed. This goes way too far out of the way. And then if you combine this with, you know, the hat, right? Oh god, yeah, it's a bit too much. Why are the gloves? They changed the gloves too, apparently. We have like a picture of the full set. It's funny how they like intentionally avoided that. So here we go. Here's like this is the full set. Way too much. Way too much. Dial it back. I say no to the entire set because that's changing way too much on Pyro. You got to retain some of the original things on Pyro, right? Like if it was just like even like the gloves and the way they're like all of these extra details on here, like this doesn't look like TF2 anymore. They're putting on too much stuff, right? Like look at these gloves on Pyro and these shoes on Pyro compared to the rest of his model. They kind of stick out like a sore thumb. I'm not a fan of it. I vote no. Hey, look, Krampus cast from the new very famous map that people are very excited about, Krampus. They opted to make a war paint based off of the new map. Look, there he is. There's the goat fucker himself. Like, the goat fucker, not the guy who literally fucks goats. You get what I mean. But, hey, there you go. You have a war paint to go along with the new map. And, dude, I think it looks good. Aiden has managed to put out another pretty solid war paint. And if we're gonna get a Christmas-themed war paint, because if they add a war paint case, you know we're gonna get Christmas-themed war paints. I'll take this. Because it's not in-your-face, tacky Christmas, whoa, this is Santa and snow and presents and candy and gingerbread, right? It's not that. This still retains the look and feel of a weapon with the nice, subtle details of, by the way, here's Krampus. That's how you handle holiday-themed stuff in this game. I like it. I vote yes. I think it's quite good. Personally, I think I would prefer this without the sticker. I don't think it needs the sticker. I think just having like the ornamented gold on here and the wood and the black very much ties it to the look and feel of the map. I understand they have to add the sticker on there because, you know, you gotta make it tied more to Krampus, but the wood texture looks give. I assume you meant to say good. Yeah, the wood texture is fucking phenomenal. Not a lot of people do wood textures like this in TF2, whereas a lot of like classic TF2 wood textures have like the scratches and like kind of worn out pitted parts, right? But it's not overly detailed, but it gives it just like enough subtle detail, right? Without being too in your face. It looks really good. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I like it. I vote yes. I'll also bookmark this one because what I'll probably do is put the Krampus map in there and the Krampus warpaint in there just because I have to. Comfy Kindler. See, here we go. When you're doing an entire torso replacement on the Pyro, you're keeping the colors, right? You're keeping the colors, you're keeping the straps, the gloves are still there. Personally, not a fan of like a hoodie for Pyro, but like if you're gonna do something as ambitious as an entire torso replacement, this is more of the ground that you're looking for, right? Because it preserves most of the gradient on Pyro, going from light to dark on the way down. You know, the paint region is tame. It's a fairly old item as well. It's not gonna get added, but I don't know, it's not bad. It's not the worst I've seen, but it's not bad. I'm not gonna bookmark it. I'm not gonna put it in the video. But I'll take this over that TF2 Classic Pyro. So, this one works 6 out of 10. I give it like a 5.5. I'm gonna yes, I will undercut you by half a point. I'm gonna undercut you by half a point. I say 5.5 out of 10. There are other things on the workshop that are far better than this that could be added. I don't know how to feel about this. It makes medic a little bit too thick. I don't know if I want a thick medic. Like, we have the what's it called? I don't remember what this cosmetic is called. I have to go to a pyro loadout so I can refresh my memory. What was it? I think it was called like the pullover or something. Polar pullover. Polar fleece. What's that fucking cosmetic called? Hold on, I gotta like scroll through my entire inventory to find it. I know I own one. Where are you? Here we go. Sub-Zero suit, right? Like, this one makes him a little bit more puffy, but it still hugs the player model enough where it doesn't look terrible. Here, it goes like this particular pose looks okay, but like it goes a little bit too far beyond the bounds. Drip Pope Francis medic. I don't know. It's a little puffy. It's a little thick and puffy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, the frills down here I don't like either. I don't... No, I don't like it. I think you can have something that looks like this for Pyro. I think it's okay, because he's already kind of this amorphous form. And I know Demo Man has it as well, but, like, Demo Man's already kind of chunky, thanks to his, you know, his vest and what have you. Whereas, you know, for Medic... Put this back on you so I can, like, highlight that, right? Like, it still hugs his model enough. He's got a bit of a booty, but... I don't know, the Medic one is a little too much. I don't think it works for Medic. Like, we have winter coats for Medic that I think handle a big puffy coat far better. Where are you? I have to remind myself of this. Heat of winter. Yeah. Like, there you go. Like, this is the right amount of thickness you want to have on the Medic, right? This looks good. This is a bit much. It's not bad. It's not like it's modeled poorly. It's not like it's textured poorly. Just the final result looks a little strange. It's a little strange. I'm not a fan of it. The Painkeeper. Interesting. Like a simple pompadour for Medic. It works. It works. It's a little underdone. It's a little underbaked. Like, this guy hasn't done much for the workshop yet, so he's like, it's still very obviously like an early stage item. But even for this being like his second item added to the workshop, it's not bad compared to other stuff I've seen. I don't know, I kind of like it. It needs more work, like the modeling work definitely leaves something to be desired. It's a little chunky in the back. Like, the front looks quite good. Like, the side here and the front part of the pompadour looks quite good, but like right around here, I think it needs a little more time in the oven. But it's certainly a good work in progress. And it looks a little bit like Lego hair. And of course, the entire paint region is the whole hair itself, I think. But a little more time in the oven, and then I think this would be quite good. Again, yeah, like from the front, it looks quite good. Like, even from this side, it's just like the back part of the head that looks a little strange. I'm gonna say yes anyway, because I still kind of like it, even though the modeling is a little underdone. It is the itsy bitsy, teeny weeny, yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. I mean, it's a joke, right? It's the gag item. I'm gonna say no, but I mean, it's obviously a joke, right? It's obviously a joke. See, and then if this were added to the game, then the Fempyro versions of this would just give her. Pyro is canonically a brown fit tomboy. I will always stand by that. It will just give her giant tits, and that's okay in my book. completely unrelated, but are you enjoying Deep Rock Galactic? You've been playing it more recently, so I just want to ask. Yes, I am enjoying Deep Rock Galactic. It is a very fun game, rock and stone. This is a very old item. Very old item. It's like they added like fur lining to the default hats. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen this happen again. Like, I haven't seen this before, and this is an item uploaded in 2012, where they just added like a fleece lining into the default hats. I don't know. I think it's like a nice subtle change. This is a cool idea that, you know, it was like, you know, they turned Scout's headset into earmuffs. Why haven't I seen this again? This is a good idea. What? Like, whoever did this, like, come back and... No, this is over a decade old, so the guy who probably made this is dead. But, come back and revisit this? You know? Well, someone's gonna take this idea now and put it in... So, here's the thing. I praise this. The guy who made this item probably hasn't touched Steam in years. Let's find out. When was this uploaded? 2017, so he's been dead for at least 6 years. Because I've praised this item, someone on the workshop is going to remake this and squirt it out just in time for Smissmas. Watch. Guaranteed. Not that it's a bad thing, because this will never get added anyways. But this is a good idea. I think it'd be good to like have someone like remake this as in like an updated version. Don't change the idea, don't change much, just, you know, get the modeling work a little more fleshed out, you know, the earmuffs by themselves look quite good. Like just the Scout hat is nice. Sniper one looks kind of weird, but it's not a bad idea. See, I saw this one yesterday, man, and, like, does that look like Medic? I don't know, man. I feel like it does too much. Like, I would remove the mustache, first and foremost. I would remove the mustache. It doesn't need it. Or, actually, I either remove the mustache or remove the goggles. One or the other. It's a little too much, I think. It's a little too much. There's also something to be said for when you're doing a full torso replacement on the medic, that you try to keep it as simple as possible, because Medic's torso is already very inherently simple. It's just a white lab coat with a tie. But then when you add a lot of small details on top of that, it adds a lot more clutter. Like, I feel like if they simplified this jacket down, like, I like the armband looks nice, the collar looks nice, having the zipper down the middle in the pockets, but then having all these little textured details on here and, like, the wrinkles and the folds, it does a little too much. Maybe it could also maybe benefit from, like, reincorporating some white back into this somehow, right? Because other full-body torso replacements on Medic, my personal favorite right now, being the Uber Wear, keeps a lot of white on his sleeves, so there's, like, still some continuity between his upper half and his lower half, whereas something like this is just kind of a hard cutoff. And so, like, everything blends together. So, like, now you have this wall of dark brown or this wall of dark blue. It doesn't look very good. Whereas this one right here, it breaks it up. So you have, like, this nice, nice continuous thing. You have the white with the white. I think that's a better way to handle it. We have other cosmetics too, right? Like, we had that sweater that we added last year. I forgot what it's called. But they went through the effort to, like, make it look like he tied his coat around his waist, right? That looked quite nice. Here, it just looks a bit strange. Like, You know what it is? You know what it is? I found out. It just hit me. They need to make the collar and the fleece bits the same color as his lab coat. That's what they should have done. If these fleece parts were a similar shade to his lab coat, then I think it would look a lot better. You'd have that continuity that it really needs. Because like this against this, like if these were the same color, I think it'd look a lot better. Maybe. What is the paint region? Is this paintable? Of course it is. It's just the undershirt, so we're good. Just the undershirt, we're okay. Yeah, it's almost there. It's almost there with being really good, but it just barely misses. I think, again, some of these little extra details, like the folds, look strange. Again, because if you look at, like, Medic's default torso, right? Medic's default torso is very simple. You have some folds in there. Let me get this fucking... Give me his bone saw. Like, it's very simple. You don't got a lot going on. There's not a lot of extra details in here, right? Whereas you come over here, Like, you got these little square bits on the texture, you got the buttons and all these seams and lines here. You don't need that much visual clutter on his torso. It needs some simplification. And yeah, it does look more like an Engineer cosmetic, but we already have that cosmetic in the game for Engineer. It's called like the Bombing Run or something? Not the Bombing Run. What's it called? I have to refresh my memory by scrolling through my inventory. What is this coat called? I don't remember. Do I even own one? Pretty sure I do. Maybe I don't, but he already has like a bomber jacket, right? He already has like a bomber jacket that makes him more brown. Yeah, it needs something, right? Like they did, here's the thing too, like this undershirt is the same color as his lab coat, I think. Yeah, his undershirt is the same color as the lab coat. That's the part that adds the continuity, but then they made that the paint region for some reason? Like, if this was still there, zoomed out a bit, that would look fine, because there's white, it gives, you know, there's, again, continuity, but they made that the paint region, I don't understand it. So. Oh, dude, I saw this one the other day. Oh, it's so good! It's a refrigerator. It's a refrigerator skin, but it looks really fucking good. Look at these colors, man, this is sick. I love this. It's nice, it's simple, it's clean. Look at how good, look at the Manco chill box, the sticker, all of that stuff. It's got that stylized, like, 60s, 70s appliance look on it. Oh, fuck, dude. Yes. Refresh. Hell yeah. Dude, Cheesy Puff, my man. Finally, you got there. You got there, buddy. You finally hit the nail. You hit the nail on a war paint. That looks really fucking good. Ooh, go back. You got the custom wear on there that looks really nice. It's not high contrast and shitty. Man, this is really good. Yes, bookmarking it, probably going in the video. It's just so clean, man. Look at these colors, it's so good. I love it. Good work, guys. That's awesome. It's a very old taunt. I mean, I guess it's reminiscent of, Meet the Spy, where he throws out the Polaroids on the table. But, is it really a taunt? Kind of? I mean, I guess you're, like, taking a photo of someone fucking up after they die. Yeah, it is a little bit long, I do agree. I don't know, it's not bad. It's bordering on emote territory. Yeah, this is going in my cringe compilation. Haha, funny meme. It's bordering on emote territory. You can still make the argument that it's a taunt. I'm okay with it. I'll say, you know what? I'll say yes and I'll bookmark it because I've yet to see enough taunts that would be okay. Tentatively going in the bookmark list doesn't guarantee that it's going in a video, but it's alright. This is just a screenshot. I've seen a lot of picnic baskets before. I've seen a lot of picnic baskets. Spy stalking Scout's mom. Have I seen the skins that fish stick did? Yeah, I've seen a few of his. I've reviewed them before. I've looked at other picnic basket war paints before, and they're all okay. It's just the way they handle the color palettes looks odd, because you gotta incorporate the white in there because it's the picnic blanket and what have you, but it just none of them really seem to handle it right. Like, I like the gold or the brass, I like the wood, I like the red, but when you throw the white in there, it yanks it away from what it would be like if this was if the picnic blanket texture was overall darker, I think it would look a lot better. It would tie in with the other textures, because like the high contrast here looks really bad. Like if the wood was lighter or this overall picnic blanket texture was darker, it would mesh a lot better, right? Like the light gold does contrast quite, and maybe the problem is the wood. Yeah, like your traditional picnic basket is a lot lighter. So maybe instead of the darker brown, go with the lighter wicker basket color. And that would solve the problem. Because I think this brown is the problem. Brighten it up a little bit. Bright, not too much, but brighten up a little bit so it's more like the classic wicker basket for a picnic. And then I think it'd be good. What's going on here? You have like You have this weird albedo thing going on here with the metal. It makes it look like static. I would also get rid of that and then just go for a simple metal texture. You don't need this like galvanized texture on here. It's a bit noisy. Like depending on the angle you're holding it up to the lighting, it looks quite bad. Like here it looks fine, but here it looks really bad. So I would get rid of that as well. Try that. Try tweaking the colors in that fashion. I think it'd be fine. I appreciate you being critical of works and providing constructive feedback. God, Zesty Jesus, providing constructive feedback. I do what I can, man. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. I will indeed keep it up. Someone's gotta do it. This one, again, I've already looked at it last time, I think. Special Reserve War Paint. Here we go. This is interesting. See, here we go. I think Fishstick, if I'm remembering correctly, did a war paint where he tried to go with like a military camo green and then try to tie it in with red and blue as well. And the way those three colors clash just doesn't look very good. Here, they just stuck with the brown and the military camo green. That looks quite good. And then you have like the lighter element that's the brushed silver metal that gives a little bit of pop to it, but it's not super tight, or not super tight, not super bright and in your face. It's quite good. I like that they made the sticker the simple bright element on this. Very reminiscent, very reminiscent of like the Liberty Launcher. I like this. This is quite good. You got the custom wear in there that wears down to brown. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Wait, Brass Beast test. Brass Beast test. It looks good on the Brass Beast, dude. Wow. You know you did something right when a war paint looks good on the Brass Beast, man, because this thing wears to shit. It looks awful with most war paints. I'll give you an example. Let's go to something, the first one I see is Cosmic Calamity. Let's go to the Brass Beast. R. Brass Beast. Factory new. Field tested. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I hate it. Look at this shit. Yeah, when you make a war paint look good with higher wears on the Brass Beast, you did something right. Because the Brass Beast is notorious for looking like ass with higher wears. Like even Damascus Mahogany looks really bad on the Brass Beast, dude. It's because the scaling gets fucked. Let's see, oh, it's Dragon Slayer, I'm stupid. You get the idea, you get the idea. You get the idea. This one's quite good. I vote yes. God damn it. I vote yes. I vote yes. I'm bookmarking it. Quite good. Probably as a commando grade. Maybe even assassin grade. Dare I say, worthy of assassin grade. Who knows? This one again. I already looked at this one before. I believe I upvoted yes on it. Did I not upvote yes on this? I'm trying to remember. I think what I suggested before on this one is that they change the base on it. So, like, the striped texture isn't taking up too much real estate. I think it's good. I like it. It's quite nice. I'm a fan of it. I vote yes. I will also... I've bookmarked far more war paints than I have fucking skins, man. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know, it looks good. It's a nice, simple, clean war paint. You know, it's got the right industrial colors. It's got the copper in there, like the nice, bright elements. I like it. Man Marble V2 is updated, funny orange man. I'm sorry, I can't retain everything to memory. I apologize. I like that one. Winter Royal, another war paint from Aiden. Man, okay, Aiden. I see what you did here. You took inspiration from Pam's wine war paint. Very similar to that one. I'm not sure if it was a direct inspiration, but you got like the holly texture on here. So good! I like it. And you know what? You did... I don't know. I feel like... Blue and silver looks good. Blue and silver looks good. What about blue and gold? Maybe some blue and gold? Could do. It looks good either way. But I'm curious, like, because like I want. Okay, so if you can, Aiden, if you're watching right now, can you DM me later? I want you to DM me later. I want you to like swap out the silver with the gold. I'm curious how that would look. I think it might look cool, but could be wrong. Could be wrong. I like this. This is really nice. This is another like fucking amazingly clean, sick, like vaguely Christmas themed, right? Like if you're gonna get Christmas themed shit, you want it to still be, you know, nice looking throughout the rest of the year without it being like in your face. Fucking Christmas, you know? Not fucking Santa or fucking snowballs and shit. What else? Like, what else is Christmas? Like gingerbread, elves, and fucking green stripes and snow globes. You know that. Like, this is how you do it. Gifts, comically oversized presents, Christmas trees, ornaments, choo-choo trains. Fuck me, choo-choo trains. Did I book? Okay, I'm gonna bookmark this one too because it's very, very good. Candy canes, yes, candy canes is also a very common grease. Gotta get fucking get that much. Ooh, a little bit of grease. You know, fucking like little. Get that forehead shot, baby. Get that hairline. Brother. Thank you for the $5. Fade check. God. Okay, Imperial Ivory. Another pair war paint. This guy's been putting out a lot of stuff on the workshop lately. He's been doing a lot of good stuff. Another just like really good one. Is there a gradient on this? Maybe no, there's not. It's just, there's something off-putting about this ivory texture. I don't know. Like the colors are all great. It's just something about it. You know what it could be? It could be the scaling. I think it might be the scaling of the ivory texture because when it's scaled down too much, you get the patchiness of it, which looks better when it's scaled up. That's why like the minigun looks a lot cleaner because these darker patches are a lot bigger. Whereas here, when it's scaled down and kind of squished under these smaller parts of the weapon model, you see what I mean? Like you have this kind of like repeating patch bit here. This is just a byproduct of the warpaint system. We like the people who make skins are at the complete mercy of how the warpaint system behaves. You know, there's not much they can do about scaling. Very minor. Okay, move on. No, fuck you. I'm gonna spend as much time as I want on each item. And if you don't like it, cry. I say yeah, I bookmark it. Throw it in there. I need more hats, guys. Speaking of which. Woo! Okay. Wow, what the fuck is going on here? Look at this. Look, like, what? Why did they think that this combination of hats and paint selections was a good way to show off this fucking cosmetic? What? Like, I think this is just the beard. This is just the beard, and then we have the hat, and we have the hat and the beard, right? I mean, Eddie looks weird with sideburns, like with his bald ass head. Like you have to put his, you have to wear this with another hat in order for the beard to not look strangely cut off at the sideburns. So you know what? I say yes for the beard, but I don't. I'll bookmark the beard as well because it's like a nice, good, bushy beard for Heavy. That's arguably better than the what's like the popular one, the one Soysmith uses. What's the long one? I forget. It looks better than that one. This one's specifically tailored for Heavy's face. The paint region is ass. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate the paint region. Don't get me wrong. All Father, thank you. Yeah, like instead of like the All Father, which is kind of which clips and looks like shit. This is better. I like it. I've looked at this one before. I said yes, but I kind of changed my mind. Why? Like, the main thing here that's now bothering me about this item is that the jacket is not the same color as the pants. If, like, this, like, these are almost there, but if the jacket was the same color as the pants, I'd be a lot more okay with it. Also, the collar is way too big. It's huge. What was I smoking last year when I looked at this? Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. It's a little too big, a little too puffy. So, and the colors look odd, and again we have that texturing thing where they like try to make it look like pieces of like the leather or the pleather are kind of like flaking off. Yeah, it looks a bit odd. Also, there's no white left over. Like, if this was white and matched like the white on the lab coat, going back to that same problem as before. Yeah, and like the main thing is the collar. The collar is way too fucking big. I don't like it. I mean, it's just the ye old baker boy for engineer, but it's just another nice. This is like a nice simple hat. Yeah, we got a nice simple hat. It gives him a cigarette. It's not bad. This is simple. This is clean. I'm okay with this. I'm gonna bookmark it. I'll say yes. It's not bad. It's good. Yeah, it's paintable, but it's at least just the hat and not like a massive paint region, right? Oops, all paintable, but I have to ignore that now. Like, I have to ignore that now because everyone makes every hat fully paintable. If I automatically omit hats because the entire thing is paintable, there would be no hats in my video. So. I don't know what to think about this one. Oh, it's themed after Borderlands, that's why. So here's the thing, man. I think the geometric camo looks a whole hell of a lot better than the blobby whatever kind of camo it's supposed to be. The colors are great. I think the colors are fucking spot on. Colors are spot on. I don't know, I kind of like it. I don't know, I kind of like it. Like the more I look at it, it's kind of growing on me. Yeah, maybe it would benefit from being scaled up a little bit. I would try that. Yeah, maybe scale up the texture a little bit. That might be what threw me off when I first looked at this. Because, like, looking at it on the Sticky Bomb launcher, where the textures are scaled up quite a bit by default, that looks quite good. On smaller surface areas like this, where it's scaled up, looks quite good. But on larger surface areas, where it's been scaled down quite a bit, the grenade launcher scales down textures quite a lot. It's very noisy. And again, you're at the mercy of the Warpaint system with the scaling. Maybe try a different base? Maybe try a different Warpaint base. That gives us a little bit less of the camo texture, and a little bit more of the secondary and tertiary to kind of break it up a little bit more. But maybe also fiddle with the scaling a little bit. No, I think the colors are fine. I think the colors are totally okay, because like if you compare that to the previous version, woo! But no, I think these colors are far more in line with TF2's palette. But it does indeed feel busy. It does indeed feel busy. Try scaling up the texture a little bit, because like again, here it looks fine because it's like scaled up enough, but like on other weapon models it's a bit too noisy. It suffers from the same problem that Carpet Bomber suffers from. I think it might even be using the same base. I didn't check, but this is the same thing that Carpet Bomber suffers from, right? Because like on some weapon models, it looks quite good. Like if you put it on, say, the pistol, right? Scaling's not too ass. But then if you put it on, actually no, probably Power Jack's better. Power Jack, yeah, so it's scaled up quite a bit on the Power Jack. It's not too noisy. But then if you put it on the grenade launcher, it gets scaled down quite a bit. Give me a seed where it's scaled down. Actually, no, maybe my memory is not serving me correctly. Where was it scaled down? Black box. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, when it's scaled down like this, oh, it looks really bad. So, but again, you're just at the mercy of how the game handles scaling, so it's half a texture problem, half a scaling problem, and you can really only tackle one. And that's like, you know, increasing the scaling, but then that's all you can do. I'm 90% sure I looked at this the last time I streamed. Refresh my page to find out. Yes, I did. Did I bookmark these? No, but I will. Steel Scrapped is another one that I'm 90% sure I looked at before. No, I did not. Okay, so here we have another steel-themed war paint that's effectively steel brushed. It's effectively steel brushed, but it has a bit more breaking it up, right? Because if you look at steel brushed, as it is right now... Where are you? Steel brushed. Here you go. Like, if you look at steel brushed right now, it's... On not every weapon model, but on some weapon models, it's really screaming for something to break up this primary texture, right? There's only the primary and only the secondary and nothing else. Whereas this one introduces a tertiary, and it looks very, very good. So you have more colors breaking up the silver, and it looks quite nice. So, I say yes. Would I say this is I wouldn't say this is a better steel brushed. It's on par with it. It's on par with it. So I kind of like, yeah, what did it say? The steel scrap, yeah, it looks a bit more like scrapped metal as well. Did you showcase the wear? I want to see if you showcase the wear on this at all. Because that's steel brushed. Show me... I want to see what the wear looks like, man. That's important. I gotta see what the wear looks like on these things. I also love... Okay, this is funny. I just noticed this. What's great is that he shows it with albedo and then also without albedo. Because Valve constantly fucks up and doesn't include the albedo shine on war paints. Like, for example, Secretly Service is supposed to have it. Team Service was supposed to have it, and I think a couple others from the summer case were supposed to have, like, the shine on them, but because Eric just dumps everything in the game and doesn't really pay attention, he, like, the shine was left out. So, this guy went, like, the extra mile to make sure that this looks good both with and without the albedo shine, because there's such a high possibility that Valve's just gonna fucking forget it and not put it in. So, what is the shine? So, the shine is the shininess you're looking at right now on the weapon model. Whereas something like Spruce Deuce doesn't have it. It's more flat. Also, I think Alpine is one that doesn't have it. Yeah, Alpine is very flat and doesn't have a shine on it. So, yeah. That's what the shine is. Okay, more links. Unusual activity detected in my server because people are flooding this with... My community Discord, where I have people send links, is, like, alerting me that there's unusual activity in the form of, like, 6,000 messages being sent all at once. It's like, hey, are you being raided or something right now? It's like, no, we're okay. Just, everyone's doing exactly what I need them to do. Everyone's sending me exactly what I need them to send me. Get some more links, get some more links, get these up. Couple more. Is my memory card screaming yet? Or my memory's screaming yet? We saw that already. Okay. I went back in time a little bit. A full balaclava for the spy. It doesn't look right. Like, if you remove Spy's eyes and his mouth, it just doesn't look like the Spy anymore. And of course, why wouldn't the entire thing be paintable, right? No. I already voted no on this. Hard pass. Sooted Sorrow. Oh. No. Here, okay, listen. You cannot have incredibly detailed and noisy custom wares like this. If you do this, it looks really bad. Let me move my face over here for the moment so you can see what I'm talking about. When you have custom wear like this, it looks really, really bad. It adds a lot of really crappy, shitty, tiny details and visual noise. And, like, even if you scale this up, it's not going to solve the problem. Because there's too many small details, and when you juxtapose this against a very simple texture, it looks really, really ugly. All they needed to do was just have this wear down to simple soot. You don't need the chunks of coal, you don't need the rocks in there, just have it wear down to a soot color, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to put the chunks of coal in there, then it's fine. Right, but as it stands right now, that custom wear looks really, really bad. Helping Hands. My face back over here. Helping Hands. Gave Medic a watch. Why? Is this a Halloween How is this a Halloween cosmetic? It's meant to be like a summertime, like, medic set. This is like a life vest. This is obviously part of a larger item set. We have a little lifeguard medic. I mean, the sleeveless medic doesn't look terrible. The sleeveless medic doesn't look terrible, but the whole lifeguard set looks a bit like ass. I don't know. I think a sleeveless medic with a watch is fine. I think it's okay. Yeah, combine this with the burly beast. Whoa. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to bookmark it, but I'll say yes. Isn't it so funny? Isn't it so funny how hard people fucking turn when they realize that tacky crap is not going to get put in the Smissmas update because of how last year behaved. The fucking 180 workshoppers make to try to appeal to what Valve is going to pick is fucking wild how hard they turn. It's like, oh shit, we gotta dial it back now. Like, this is great. This is fucking awesome. This is a fucking awesome coat for the heavy. I think it looks fantastic. I think the whole set also looks very good. This is something that's perfectly acceptable for the game. Fits the heavy perfectly. This is a really good, this is just a fucking great item set. I think it's awesome. What's the paint region on it? What's the paint region on it? Just the star. Just the star, dude. Man, they fucking listen. They know. They fucking know. They know that we speak our minds, man. They know. They know that they can't get fucking away with these giant paint regions anymore because we fucking told them not to. We told them. We fucking told you. Okay? Alright? I say yes. I'll bookmark this. It's quite good. I like it. No. So main thing being, it looks like you just generated like a noise filter and then slapped it onto this very saturated like candy color. It looks really bad. What's going on here? I can't tell what's going on here. It's just it's overall far too. What is this? Is that Grimace? Why? It's like themed after Grimace or something. It's just no. The color palette overall is way too bright. You would need to, like, if this was black or like a darker gray instead of this, you know, light white, then it would be a little bit better. Or if this like candy color was black and it was just like a black and white with like a brown handle, that'd be fine. But this is way too bright, way too saturated. It's a dud. It is a dud, and it's okay just to have a dud item. Some things really can't be fixed. So I vote no. This is a very, very old item set. Wow. Yeah, it's a little out there. The hair looks really bad. The coat. I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna move on. Company property. Didn't I look at this one before? I'm pretty sure I looked at this one. Yes, I did. I already said yes to this one before. I think it's quite good. I like the colors. I think it's just decent. I don't think it's good enough compared to the other things that we've seen so far, so I'm not going to bookmark this one, but this one's also pretty good. Deluge of Regret. Wow, that's a very edgy name. You're still trying to go for this Damascus pattern, man. You're not quite hitting it right. I really, like, listen, like, at this point, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do to, like, give you feedback on making this Damascus texture look better. I don't know, man. I need help with this one, guys. How the fuck do you make this one look better? I have no idea. I really don't know. I have no clue. I'm unsure. I'm unsure how to improve this one. Scale down the metal. I don't know. I mean, fuck it, dude. Just make it solid metal. Yeah, take it away. Just make it solid metal. Fuck it. Get rid of it. Just make it a solid metal texture and you're done. You can't. Damascus textures are very hard to get right in TF2 because of the inherent randomness of the shapes and the scaling. It just doesn't look right. The only reason why Damascus Mahogany looks good is because it's the same fingerprint that's layered on top of itself. So there's some continuity in the size there, but here it's just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just maybe a simple metal texture is all you need to do. Saw that one already. Essential assets, another very old item, which I think just gives Sniper the other glove, so it matches his view model. I believe that's what's going on here. 90% sure that's why. Like, look, correct me if I'm wrong. Sniper's missing a glove on the in-game model, but on the view model, he has both gloves, right? This is an attempt at fixing that. I believe is the phrase, or I believe is what's going on here. So yeah, this should be a fix and not a cosmetic. Yeah, I mean, like, why not? Sure, put it in, but... Oh, it also has the scarf. Why a scarf? The scarf is an odd addition. Like, it's meant, like, this is a very old item set, but we'll just pass on it. Blueprinted. We have this one, I didn't vote yes on this one before. Yeah, we have Blueprinted. This one is easily, like, the best blueprint-themed war paint that I've seen on the workshop. I've given this one praise before. The custom wear is phenomenal. The texture work is fucking fantastic. Red, because you can't just have blue on the other team. I think it's good, man. Like Philly, you did a good job on this one. I'll bookmark it. I would not mind seeing this one in game. It's just great. You got the really good, classy logo on there. It's very good. This one should have been added for summer. I do agree. It's very nice. Very good. Deadly Dignity. This is another one I've looked at before, so I'll pass on it, but there you go. Like, why? Like, they try... Okay, so they failed at trying to get that mask in for, I think it was Spy, and now they're trying to make it for Pyro instead? Because didn't these guys also do one for Spy, I believe? It looked really bad. No, we'll just say no. I'm trying to get through a lot, alright? I'm not gonna get feedback intensively on everything, because I want to get enough items in here for an update. Why are people saying Emesis Blue? Is this not Scarface? It's like the people... Wait, hold on. Rewind. Do people see this and think Emesis Blue? Oh no, the Pyro mask. Okay, then hard pass. Let's not reference YouTubers and their videos inside of TF2. Hard pass on that. Okay, I was gonna say, because I didn't watch Emesis Blue. I'm never gonna fucking watch it. I could care less. I'm not gonna watch a feature-length TF2 source filmmaker. You can praise it all you want. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stick to doing other shit in my free time. So, but I was gonna say, if you look at this and this is like fucking Emesis Blue, no, this is Scarface, man. Anyway, I don't know. This is quite good. I say yes. I bookmark it. Paint region is relatively tame. Just another good three-piece set for Spy. It's quite nice. A good tasteful reference to external media that isn't like Fortnite or something. That isn't anime, that makes no sense in the game. This just looks good. I'll take it. I feel like I've seen this one before. I guess I haven't. So, what this gentleman's done has, once again, taken inspiration from Pamp and has themed a war paint with copper and metal. It looks really fucking good. I love it. Like, this is the one that has the chance of getting in the game, because the one that Pamp made uses custom scaling and custom texture placements, therefore it will never be added. This is as close as we're gonna get to, like, a Pamp war paint in terms of this color palette. It looks really fucking good. This is awesome. It's fucking phenomenal. I love it. So I'm putting, this one's getting bookmarked. It's going in. This one's probably going in the video. So, it looks really good. It's good shit. This is another one that just should be in TF2. Look how good it looks in the game. There we go. Look at that. Looks awesome. This is really good. This is good shit. Yes. Those rivets? Like, there's a line, right? There's a line when something gets a little bit too plain, right? There's a line when it gets a little bit too plain. This is it, right? Like, this is below that line. It's a little bit too plain. You need something to spice this up. What could you do? What could you do? You need to throw in some eye-catching element into this. Maybe throw a little team color in there. Maybe saturate this wood and make it like a darker, rich walnut. That could look good. Because maybe it could be this tan that's throwing it off too. Like, if this is like a darker, more rich walnut wood, that would look nice. You need something to break up this primary texture. You need some element of color in here, something where it isn't almost entirely solid gray. Something in there. It's a bit plain. It needs something in there to break it up. Send the gold on blue for Winter Royal. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a look. Aiden sent me the gold on. Oh man, that looks so good. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay, chat. We need to. Decision time. Decision time. So here is the silver. Here's the silver on blue. Here's the gold on blue. I don't know, man. I kind of like the gold. It's hard. It's. I think chat's leaning towards silver. I think silver's the winner, man. I think silver's the winner. And you know what? I agree. I think I agree. I think silver, it does look really nice. But in terms of the overall composition, definitely silver. Yeah, well, both are great, but silver's better. Both are great, silver is better. So stick with the silver, man. Alright, moving on. Huh? It's like a little, What? Is it like a thug set for heavy or something? It kind of looks like a reference, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the desaturation. Look at this. There is no default team color left anywhere on the heavy. That is a problem. You can't do that. You gotta keep some default color, especially the primary team color, on the character model somewhere. You can't just strip all that away, alright? You can't do that. The pants are fine, but you can't, the primary, like the torso cosmetic, you can't do that, right? Because at a glance, if you're playing against this, it's just all brown in comparison to the rest of the game, right? You can still see like, oh yeah, there's obviously a difference between these two teams. This is still obviously blue. But if you saw this in game on, say, Badwater, and like a quick glance at this, you're gonna go, whoa, what the fuck is that? And you could easily fuck with people using this. And also the fact it's paintable, that the big puffy shoulder pads can then be painted something like blue. Yeah, not good. You need to keep default colors on there, man. You shouldn't strip those away. Christmas Turbine. This one isn't the Prop Hunt one. Literally the Spy's color. Here's the thing, right? Most of the time, you're not looking at the default Spy's colors. Most of the time, you don't even see a Spy. That's not an excuse. It's not a fucking excuse to change him completely from his original design. That's not a fucking excuse. However, Spy is meant to be darker because he's meant to be sneaky. He's meant to be harder to see. It's why he can cloak. It's why he can disguise, right? But that doesn't give you the permission to, like, make half his player model paintable into lime green, right? You can't do that. can't do that. So, I mean, I put this in my video last year. We're inevitably going to get Christmas-themed shit. Keep complaining for the sake of complaining? What do you mean? What, like, listen, Perception. I understand that you want to bait a response out of me. I understand that you're only here to hate watch my content. I understand. I have a lot of diehard fans out there. I got many fans. There exists a non-zero number of people that watch my content, that stalk me on Twitter, that follow me around with everything that I do, right? Because they cannot stand me. Because they just fucking lose their shit whenever I talk. You're definitely one of those people. What are you doing right now? You are wasting your time whining about something you're not even enjoying watching. You've come here simply to be upset. And I'll never fucking understand people who do that. You are wasting your life. If you have that much of a problem with a fucking opinion about something that I'm talking about on the stream, leave. I don't get it. Go do something else with your time. To me, it's fucking pathetic. My god. Anyway, moving on. Talked about this last year. I like it. If we're gonna get a fucking tacky, shitty Christmas-themed thing, we may as well get this, because it's well made. So. Classy rock. Don't like... See, like, this is... So, what a lot of beginning textures tend to do is they tend to just do, like, a wavy, warped line when they try to make wood, and it never comes out right. Wood, when you cut a piece of wood, what does it look like, right? You have parallel lines, for the most part, depending on the cut, right? Depending on the cut of the wood. Usually, mostly parallel lines, right? It's not this random bits of waviness, right? Like, if you go to something like High Rollers, right? You go to High Rollers, right? You don't get that. It's like a big, solid mass of wood. What other one uses wood? Like, if you go to... Is it Blasted Bombardier? Yeah, see here, look. The striations are all parallel to each other. It's not these random waviness. That's not what wood looks like. And a lot of people, when they're first starting out on making wood textures, this is what they do. So, what I suggested this guy, the colors are great. The colors are fucking phenomenal, right? Yeah, wood has grain. Go back and, you know, try to just copy this wood texture. Just copy this wood texture as best you can. And then I think it'd be good. Not the colors, but like the actual texture itself. Copy this as best you can, and then this skin would be fucking phenomenal. That's all you need to do. Done. Because other than that, the colors are fucking great. Saw that already? Didn't this get in game? Don't we have this in game now? I can't even keep track of it anymore. Did we get this in game now? Don't we have this? I don't remember. Do we not have this one in game? Okay. I don't like it. Fuck it. The mercenaries all play an instrument. Why? Why? It's not even a fucking taunt. It's like, the scout plays a drum and why? Like, listen, I get it. You don't want to play TF2. You want to roll... Yeah, it took 15 people. 15 fucking people to make this. Holy God. 15 fucking people? There's some money laundering going on here. What the fuck? I'm just kidding, by the way. I have to make a disclaimer. It's just a joke. Just a joke. But good God almighty. That's, like, this is just a taunt. I mean, sorry, it's just an emote. Like, this isn't even... He's playing the fucking bucket of chicken. Look, he's playing the fucking bucket of chicken. Wee, it's so funny and kooky, ha! We don't need more of these. Cargo Construct. Another one by Civ. Yes. Yes. I mean, yes. Animation sucks. Thank you, Ratlobber. I kind of agree. Like, just... I've looked at this one on stream before. It's just good. This is another really fucking good one, man. This one also, like, it's so funny. Like this guy is taking heavy inspiration from Pamp. He's made another Warpaint that's very similar to this. But because this one also doesn't require custom mapping in any capacity, this one has a very high chance of getting in the game. And I will bookmark it, and I'll throw it in the video, because it's fucking great. This is a really amazing Warpaint. My god. Good shit. pretty old. It's not bad. The main thing for me is I don't like the idea of inverting where Engineer's primary team color is. I much prefer when you kind of keep it to where its default positioning is. Keep default colors, default positions as best as you can, and then add more. Don't replace it with another color, because this is a point that I made in my team recognition video. 99% of player interactions involve mostly default models and mostly default color placements. So when you remove that and change it with something else, it can throw players off at a glance. It's not really a good idea to do that. So what you should do is retain the default color positioning and then add more on top of it. Something I've seen another workshopper do, I think it was Greg that did this, or an item that Greg worked on, is it was like this leathery cover or cape on the engineer's shoulders, and what he did is he added some team colored paint or like wear onto it, so it still retains like, okay, yeah, there's still some default team color there, and that looked quite good. Here you kind of lack that, and also remember, most of the time engineer's holding something in front of him, right? He has his gun in front of him, he has his wrench in front of him, he has his pistol in front of him. Note that all of the screenshots remove that, so you're gonna have engineer holding something in front of him that is gonna be blocking most of his team colored real estate, which is not a good thing, right? So, you gotta preserve the default colors in the default spots. Like, other than that, the item is really good. It's really well made, it's well textured, the colors are fine, but I can see where this could fuck with team recognition. In a handful of cases, right? If you can make one argument, if you can, and this is something I hold by, if you can make one argument, one scenario in your mind where your item could potentially negatively impact gameplay by fucking with team recognition, by fucking with class recognition, what have you, fix it. It should not be in the game. Address that problem at the first and foremost, right? First and foremost, make sure that there's no possible way that it could negatively impact gameplay. That is the primary thing you should do in making items. It's just a fucking whole pajama set. Fuck it. Medic has pajamas. Heavy has pajamas. Engineer's gonna get pajamas now. Just because it's already in game means we gotta get more, right? This doesn't even look like the engineer anymore. He just got fucking PJs on. Look at this. Why? Yeah, this is just not very good. It changes way too much of the engineer, and it's just like, remove his glove. Remove his glove, remove the extension cord in the pocket. What are you looking at anymore? Is this paintable? God! Yeah, no. Like, if it was just the pockets, fine. If it was just, like, the sleeve, fine. But because it's all of that, wow! No. I would consider this set kind of a dud. The colors are, like, if it was just the hat, you could do an argument, maybe. It's just, no. Not good. Samaritan. Here we go. We're back to this guy. Here we go. Is this leather or wood? Here we go. This one's texture work is far better. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. I don't like the green wear. I understand you're going for like an oxidized copper, but that does not look very good. It clashes very poorly with the rest of the texture selections. What you could do is, instead of green, you could have this be a dark gray. Like a dark gray, like a darker rust. I think that would look a lot better. Instead of this oxidized copper look. I don't think it's necessary. I would change that. And then beyond that, it's quite good. Yeah, green. You have this green texture here that's like oxidized copper. So, it doesn't look very good. It adds an extra color that really clashes with the rest of it. I would make this a dark gray. I think it'd be fine. Frozen energy. See, I have a nagging suspicion that we're going to start seeing like more winterized versions of previously added unusual effects. I don't know, I think it's okay. I think it's alright. It's not bad. So you call this too big? We have purple energy and we have green energy that are roughly the same size. More or less. I don't know, I think it's okay. I feel like you could have it fade out a little bit more towards the top. It's not clown vomit. I mean, it's... Let me put it this way. It's a worse version of Frostbite. It's still not bad, but Frostbite's better. So... I mean, I'll bookmark it because we don't have many unusual effects yet. I wouldn't be offended if this one was added, but it kind of is just a big blob of white at the end of the day. I much prefer Frostbite. Rat King? Huh? Why? Why? Like, funny, haha, Derma reference, but it's cheese and fur and, like, the pink nose or the pink tail of the rat. No fun. I'm gonna put the no fun sticker on this one. I mean, sure, it's like a cute reference, but I really don't think it's appropriate for the game. It just doesn't look good. Like pink on black on white on gold. Like if the pink wasn't there, it would look a lot better. But the pink element on this just, I don't think it looks very good. Not a fan. Not a fan. What is my chat saying about this skin? Just stop. It's horrible. Pyroland collection looking type. Yeah, it's reminiscent of the Mr. Cuddles minigun. This. See. But that's it. Fade the pink. Fade the pink. Desaturate a little bit. Get it on par with the saturation of the Mr. Cuddles minigun. Look at that. It is the same color palette. Thank you to whoever said that, because this made me realize the problem. It's the exact same color palette. All you need to do is fade the pink a little bit. Desaturate it by a little bit, then it's fine. The cheese does look like shit. I don't like the cheese holes. Maybe just have that be solid gold. That's something else too, yeah. The cheese looks bad. Like, if you have the cheese texture juxtaposed against the fur texture, I don't like it. You could organize, yeah, this guy just said, yeah, I'm taking your comment here. Organize the cheese holes as, like, bolts. Maybe it could work, but even then, I don't think it's even needed. I think it would be fine if this was just like a solid gold metal texture, and then you leave the fur. And then you fade the pink a little bit. Then I think it would look a lot better. Yeah, I think just get rid of the cheese holes, make it a solid gold. Keep the fur, fade the pink. Then it's good. Then it's good. Saw that already. MF Doom reference. Inconspicuous Assassin. Don't we have this? I don't like the camo one. The camo one's a little much. This one's fine. This one's fine, but the camo one's a little too much. Like, we have that other camo shirt for Sniper in the game already. Personally, I think it looks terrible, because I don't like how noisy it makes his player model look. Paint region is tame. They made the whole undershirt paintable, but it's just this tiny sliver. See what you did there. See what you did. Yeah, like, that looks okay. This looks okay, but the texture on this, the camo on this, I'm not a fan. I don't think it looks very good. This is fine and this is fine, but I don't like the third version. I've seen this one years ago, or like a year ago at this stage. It's a Weezer joke. Haha, another scout sweater. I mean, yeah, the sweater's fine. I think it's okay. I'm not a fan of, like, the lightning bolt thing going across it. Like, if this was just like a simple black strap, I think it'd be fine. But I don't know. It's okay. I'm not gonna put it in the video though, because I don't want people, like, foaming at the mouth. Oh, it's Weezer. It's Weezer. No, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. No fun allowed. Yes, this one's good. I've seen this one before. Like, see, here we go. If you're gonna do a solid shirt for the engineer, this is how you do it, right? You don't try to give him sleeves where you're modeling over his chunky arms. This is fine. This is good. Gives him a bow tie. Or this is nice. Yeah, this is just good. We're gonna put this. We're gonna bookmark it. I'll put this one in the video potentially as one of the cosmetics. Quite nice. Me at my job. I don't dress this nice for work. Like what you're looking at right now. This is how I dress. This is how I dress. So, this is quite good. I like it. And we saw that one already. Okay. Let me move on back to more links. Was I here? Yep, I was there. Okay. Oh no, I was further down. Okay, hold on. I gotta... God damn it, Discord. It put my links out of order again. Shit. Let's see if I can roughly find where I was. Saw that already. See this one before. Yep, we were here. We were here. Okay, cool. Let me keep going. Someone said he shit himself. Sorry to hear, man. Clean yourself up. Very unfortunate. Get me more links. Get me more links. Get me many more. Immediately, we're gonna build a wall of links, a best wall, a good wall, an amazing wall of links to keep out those shitty paint regions, to keep out those terrible, absolutely terrible paint regions. We're gonna build a wall of cosmetics. We're gonna build the greatest update this game's ever seen. All right, there we go. Okay. So, before I continue, I'm going to go take a piss break. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna take a piss break, and then we will continue. Be right back. My squeaky ass chair. Okay, we're back. We're back. I'm here. I am here. Give me just a moment. I'm going to take off my hoodie because it's getting a little warm in here. Damn, boy, you frying chicken in there? Damn, boy, you frying chicken in there? You wash my hands? Of course I did. Of course I washed my hands. What do you think I am, an animal? Think I'm an animal and don't wash my hands? I never left my chair. What are you talking about? Of course I left my chair to piss. $5, thank you. I missed a couple. God damn it, I was trying to watch a movie. Sorry, my stream came live, and yet here you are. We're gonna build a great wall of updates and make Valve pay for it all. TF2 players washing their hands? I got a little bit of sugar, so I can keep going here. Anybody like dots? Dude, I got like all red! I got like nothing but red and orange dots in a box. That's awesome. I love these candies. Very good. Hell yeah for dots, man. This is good shit. Dots are disgusting corn syrup muck blobs? Yes. Am I gonna eat them anyway? Yes. Only a few. Starburst? I like Dots better. Starburst kind of suck. I'm not a fan. Candy corn is better? No, it's not. But I also like candy corn. I'm one of like 5 people that actually enjoys candy corn. Like the fruit punch and cherry ones. Those are pretty good. But I still prefer Dots. I like really chewy gummy candy. It's like not where you're working on it for like 6 hours, you know? But where it tastes good. Before I forget. I was watching Onipixel spend $1,000 opening TF2 cases. I don't know why that idiot did that. He was trying to unbox a Burning Flames team captain from old cases, from old crates. I can't believe he was trying to do that shit, because he was never going to be able to do it. It's like a 1 in 1.1 million chance to unbox the Burning Flames team captain. Specifically. Right? He was going for it. Did he succeed? No. And so, but the thing is, like, his mistake in his strategy was that he was opening a bunch of older crates, and he wasn't opening crate 103s. If he was opening crate 103s, his profit returns would be a lot higher. And you can still unbox the Burning Flames team captain. So, right here, right now, I'll open one in memoriam of his wallet. Pyro's killed. There we go. In memoriam of Onipixel's wallet. I like this question. Not to cause any drama, but what are my thoughts on other TF2 YouTubers? I mean, that's a very broad question. Like, what do you think about every other person making videos about this game? For which I really don't have an answer. Battle Changer. I see what you did here. I see what you did here. And I like it. The colors are good. Texture work is good. I think it's okay. I feel like what you could do, maybe thicken the lines a little bit on the metal plates. Just a little. Because they get really thin on smaller weapon models. And it almost fades out completely. Like, the thickness of plates that you want to go for, I think the Warpaint that handled it the best, all the way through, is uranium. Like, this is about as thin as you want to make your lines before they're almost unnoticeable. This is how you want to do a metal plate texture. This looks quite good. There we go. Put it on the black box. Yeah. That's about as thin as you want to make your lines. Thicken them up to be like this, then it'd be better. Because here, they're like hairline thin. They're very thin. I would thicken them up just a little bit. I don't know. It needs a little work. Needs a little work. Maybe desaturate the gold a tiny bit. Just a little. Beyond that, I think it's pretty cool. I'll still say yes, though, but it needs fixes. Saw this already. Aiden, love you. Steam Sniper. Like a steampunk sniper. Oh, it's like a Polar Express reference. Okay. Oh no, steampunk doesn't really work for TF2. Steampunk doesn't really work too well because it adds a lot of clutter. It adds a lot of clutter to the player model. And like, and TF2 is known for its simple work. So, I think it does too much. I'm not a fan. Like, the shirt is okay, but the overall head cosmetic, it does a bit too much, I think. Personally, not a fan of it. I don't think it's very good. Like, the modeling works fine, but... Yeah, the head cosmetic is very busy. You got too much going on. Like, if you remove the goggles, that would help a lot. Then you got, like, the rivets and the bolts and shit. Like, I would remove a lot of the smaller extraneous elements and simplify it down, and then it would look a lot better. Thing about the coat is I would remove the lapels. You don't need those. I would get rid of those entirely, and then leave the rest the same. I would get rid of this, too. You don't need, like, the gold cuff around the sleeve. I would just keep that team colored. Yeah. Remove some of the extra details, and then I think it's okay. No. What's wrong with you? Seriously. What the fuck? Why? Mental illness. There it is, dude! It's a fucking glizzy! Yeah, it's a hot dog! Yes! Fuck yeah! Hot dogs! Yes! Fuck yeah! Hot dog! Yeah! It's like a Fall Guys cosmetic or something. Fucking Starry Crow with just the O face. Yeah, no. Hard pass, thank you. So here we go. Oh. Ugh. Ew. Mm-mm. No. Get rid of that. Get rid of, like, the woolly... It's like... What? So, this looks like a texture that they made to make it look like wool. It looks really bad. I would just get rid of that entirely. Just have it be flat, like the heat of winter. Have it be flat like this. Like, have it be flat like that, and then, like, and flat on the inside. Keep the colors the same, and then it would be totally fine. You don't need to have, like, these weird tumors. It looks like it looks diseased. Like crocodile skin. Yeah. If you got rid of that, it'd be totally fine, but the way that is now, oh my god, it's really bad. It's just ugly. Like, look at that. It looks like stone, like turds. Goosebumps. Insert other texture here that doesn't look like wool. Popcorn ceiling. Yeah, doesn't very good. Morning Mercs. I think I dislike this one for the usual reasons. Yeah, here it is again. It's just so overly... It's so much, dude. It's so overly animated. It doesn't match TF2 at all, man. It's just too much. It's this weird goo. I'm not. Just no. Hard pass. Nice armpits. It's an armpit. Chill. Casino Royale. Here we go. So here we go. See, remember that candy-looking war paint with the purple and the pink? This is what they needed to do. Desaturate those colors. Have the muted white on here. It's not bad. It's not bad. I feel like, however, the white takes up a little bit too much real estate. You need something to break it up. Like, what you could do... Maybe swap where the white and this Argyle texture are. If you swap those, maybe that'll tone down the amount of white on there. That'll help. Because you're not always going to have this sticker in the middle of it to break it up. Like, for me, it looked especially bad on, like, the loose cannon doesn't look very good. Black box is just a big white box. Looks like a bathroom. You know what? You know what they could do? Maybe invert the colors. Make what's black white and what's white black. Maybe. Yeah, it needs something. It needs something to break up the white. Just a little bit. Will I sign items after the stream? The thing when it comes to signing items is it takes a long time. Like, it'll happen when I can sit down and do a batch of them, alright? Here we go. So here's the bomber jacket for Soldier, and this one also kind of suffers from the same problem as other previous cosmetics, where it replaces a lot of like Soldier's default coloring. At least here, where his arms and weapon are, it's not going to be blocking a lot of the real estate that is defaultly colored. So this is a less bad example in comparison to the engineer coat. I think I've seen this one before. It's pretty good. It's paint region is... Like, here's the thing too, right? If you're gonna recolor that much of a player model, don't add a paint region. Because it's just gonna it's gonna send it over the edge, even if it's a small paint region. Like, even this one, right? Like, even this tie, even this, I think, isn't necessary. Like, if you're gonna recolor that much of the default player model, you shouldn't add a paint region on it. Because it's already changing too much. It can still work by changing this much. I think this one works enough. Because, again, you're not blocking all that team color. I think it's the problem from behind, though. From behind, all you're getting are soldiers like the coattails from the back. I don't know, man. God, that's the thing, too. It's like, from the back, you get no team color. I don't know. I don't know, man. You might still be able to get away with it. I wish they took a shot from behind so I could see how this looks from behind. Because there's nothing that takes that away on the soldier. I don't think anything takes away the lower part of his coat. There's no cosmetic that does that. So you might still be able to get away with it. Maybe. I said yes to it before. And I'll stand by that decision. I will stand by that decision. I just don't like the paint. You don't need the paint region on it. I'm not going to put it in the bookmark list, though. Scottish Renegade. I see Yikes is oh so desperate to me. Yikes is oh so desperate for me to look at his item sets and then go bitch about me afterwards. Too much, like come on, man. It's just too much. You got too much going on with the fucking paint regions, dude. This is fine. I think it's okay. You know, I think the gloves are a bit much, but like the overall torso is fine. The turtleneck on here is fine. Facial hair with the bandana, that's totally fine. I think the gloves might be adding a little too much. Like, I think if you got rid of the wrist guards and just had the gray sleeves without that, then I think that'd be fine. And the gloves are nice. Yeah, I think that's what's throwing me off, is these wrist guards. I don't think you don't need those. I would get rid of those. And the rest is okay. You also... I would get rid of the shoulder pockets, too. Put the team logo back on there. Yeah, I think that's what you need to do. Yeah, and the paint region's ass. I'm not a fan of... And also, yeah, you make the sleeves that are paintable? Come on, man. You don't need that. Change the paint region entirely. Just make it the pockets. Or just make it the turtleneck. You don't need to have all these elements team color or paintable. Because that's also, like... Just look at how noisy this is, right? Look at how noisy this is. You have all these different colors, all these different shapes and shit all slapped together. It's really, really noisy. If you remove those wrist guards, you get rid of the straps on the inside, you get rid of the black here, you get this nice, seamless, solid color of just gray on the sleeves. You get rid of the pockets on the shoulders, you have the team logo back there, it's something people expect, it looks good. The rest of the vest can stay there, that's totally fine. Same for the turtleneck on the inside. The beard and hair and all that stuff is fine too. And the gloves are good, that's all you need. And then don't make that part paintable. Then it's okay. We saw this already, pretty good. Oh, look at that. Look at that, man. That's good. That's some slick shit, man. That is sleek. That is clean. Oh! You know, I'm not gonna complain about you. I'll know. I see everything that goes on in there, man. I'll know. You know what they could have done? I think what they could have done, and they could have gotten away with it too. They could have gotten away with the gold wear. They could have gotten away with gold underneath instead of silver. As much as I don't like it that much, they could have gotten away with it. They could have done it. I think it would look good too. I think it would look good. Maybe try that. Maybe try that shit. It looks really good as is. I say yes, I'm bookmarking it right now. I'd love to see this in game. But man, you could probably do gold wear. You know, the same shade of gold as this, maybe a tiny bit darker. I think you could do it. I like it. I'm glad it's safe. I'm gonna pull this over here. I'm gonna pull this over here and just see what this is. No. Seashore? Again, unfortunately, I can't look at maps because I haven't played on them. So I have no way to judge how it plays. I can't tell you, so can't do maps, guys. Countercultured? No. I mean, just by default, you can't have modern style cultures and designs in TF2. It's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. This type of stuff just isn't appropriate for the game. I mean, the artwork is nice, it's all well and cool, but this is something that's more appropriate for CSGO and not Team Fortress 2. Where it's a very heavily stylized game, you can't put stuff like this in there. So, that's a hard pass. Gunpowder Specialist, where we just have gloves and dynamite. That's nice. These gloves are quite good. I'm a fan. Yeah, gloves. Just gloves. Is this a whole set? Yes, it is. Always a whole set. So we have this and a pretty snazzy hat. And just the goggles are paintable. This is good. Man, Papayesh coming back around from not making slop and making some good stuff, man. There we go. I mean, shit, I say yes to this item set. I say yes. I'm gonna bookmark it as well. We'll bookmark this one. It's quite good. It's good shit. There's an error. Fuck off. What do you mean there's an error? There's an error submitting my request? How dare you? Yeah, it's quite good. I like it. It's good shit. They also made some changes to the torso, the gloves. Yeah, the rolled up sleeves here. It's just a good item set. Just a really good item set. It's good shit. I'd like to see that in game. Saw this one last time, I believe, and I already liked it. I already bookmarked it. Moving on. Garbage. You suck! You suck! Eh. I mean, it's fast. At least there's that. It's a nice, quick taunt. You know, it's like, boom. And then you're done. Okay, that, like, short, but just... I don't know. I don't really... I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. The guy's name is You Sucks. Oh my god, that's you. I don't know, I'm not a fan of it. Les Resistants. I saw this one before, obviously, some time ago. I mean, it's just a pretty simple hat and scarf for the spy. I think it's good. It's a nice, good, simple cosmetic. I see totally nothing wrong with this. I'll bookmark it, because I need more hats in there. It's quite nice. Yeah, the scarf's quite nice. Is it paintable? It's not paintable, from what I can tell. Okay, just the hat here. Just this part of the hat is paintable. Oh no, the whole scarf is paintable, dude. No, why? That sucks. Why did you have to make the fucking scarf paintable? Why'd you have to do that, man? Shame. Dapper Doctor. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. If you're gonna make significant default color changes to the player model, keep some stuff intact, so you have some continuity between the upper and lower part. This is exactly what you need to do. That looks good. I don't like the cuffs on the sleeves, though. That looks really bad. It's clipping in a horrible way, no less. It's a fairly old item. That's probably why it's dated. Yeah, the cuffs on this really don't look very good. I don't even think they're needed. The rest of this is totally fine. This looks quite good. The way the folds are made, it doesn't quite look like a TF2 item, I think. Then again, we have something like the ward. Where's my ward? I had a ward. Did I get rid of it? Hold on. I thought I had a ward. Am I spelling ward wrong? I don't think so. Was I stupid and get rid of it? What? I love that cosmetic. Well, never mind. I thought I still had that cosmetic. It's like one of my favorites, but I guess I got rid of it for some reason. Strange. Anyway, it could work. It could work, but I don't like the cuffs on them. Doesn't look very good. You can send. Nah, you don't need to send me one. It's all right. I should probably invest in a strange one because how much is a strange ward? Let's find out. You know what? Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because some of these older stranges that you can only get from like not the multi-class crates, but like the locked crates, the class crates rather, these can get pretty expensive, but for 16 bucks, it's not terrible. I've seen worse. I went through this whole set already before, I believe, and I only rated up the coat. I guess I didn't look at the entire set. I mean, yeah, the hat's fine. It's a little. I mean, yes, it's technically Canadian, but it's still generic enough where it's not like the first thing you think of is Canadian, right? It's pretty good. Yeah, I'll say yes to the whole item set, and I'll bookmark this one too. Like, I'll go back to the coat again, because I think the coat's quite nice. Just a really solid soldier coat, you know, like, again, you can make changes and add details, but when you throw too much on there, it gets bad. But here you have, like, nice, subtle changes, some little tweaks. It's like, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. And then you have the boots and the gloves, too. This is nice. Like, we already have, like, the cold front curve stompers. Like, we already have these for soldier, right? Hold on, go back. Like, we have these already, but it's a nice alternative variant that would look quite good. They do look quite good. I'm a fan. I say yes. Why is it all class? Does it need to be all class? We just got this hat last year for heavy, and now we're gonna get it all again for everybody. I'm not offended by it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not offended by it. It looks quite good. You can mix and match with quite a few cosmetics. It's okay. It's not quite the Ye Olde Baker Boy. The Ye Olde Baker Boy's got like a little pin on the top, and it's got the folds coming down the sides, or the folds coming around the top, and what have you. You know what? It's kind of growing on me the more I look at it. You know what? Sometimes you need a little something simple and just like if this was put in game, unusual versions of this hat with like just burning flames would probably sell for a lot. Because hats that are clean and simple and can go with a lot of cosmetics, you know, a nice clean and simple hat with an unusual effect, I think this would be popular. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's just like another fairly generic multi-class, all-class hat. But it's not bad. I'll bookmark it. I'll say yeah. I'll bookmark it. Formerly Chuck's. You fuckers. Oh, it's so poorly made. I love it. Oh god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Can I get a sneed? Can I get a sneed in the chat? Give me some sneeds going. Get some sneed. Sneed going. Don't think we didn't see your shortness of breath on the soldier. Yes, I made a Bionicle loadout. Fuck off. It's a Bionicle. I think it's funny. Oh, Zesty's being a hypocrite by not only using good cosmetics. Oh, just... I will have my subtle wacky fun. I made Anua with a soldier loadout. The Bionicle. I'll have my fun with that. I'm just so tired. Man. I'm so tired of taunt effects. I'm so tired of just... Like, at face value, it's not this... Why is it flashing? Oh my god, you're gonna give someone seizures by doing that. Jesus. Okay. For that reason, like, why like, you're like flashbanging people. My god. Huh. Yeah, why would you put that in there? Like, just the snow... And the fog, that's fine. But like you're flashbanging people with this? Really? Jesus, this is really over the... It's like way too much and over the top, right? Like, you have this already kind of like 3D cyclone, then the falling snowflakes, then the flashbanging, then the fog, then the falling, you know, smaller snowflakes, then the twinges of the community sparkles. Holy fuck. Tone it down a little bit. You're at like 11, bring it down to a 6. You're at 11, bring it down to a 6, okay? Good God almighty. It's a bit much. I see what they did. I see what they did. I see what they did here. Don't think I didn't see what you did. I see what you did. We have spy cosmetics themed after the Dress to Kill and the Coffin Nail skins. This is awesome. It's like a nice, simple undershirt, all the same colors and textures. This is nice. It's just a nice, little, simple, subtle thing. That's awesome. This is great. Dude, I would use this all the time. I would use this all, just look at the loadout potential, right? You can mix and match this with so many things. It looks good, like, look at this, it looks good with, like, fucking everything. Any hat, any other, like, loadout for stuff. It's just, this is nice. It's nice, it's clean, it's simple. This is good shit. This one's probably gonna go in the fucking video. No bias, I swear. But, man, I like it. I like it a lot. You said Blood Banker too? I mean, I use the Blood Banker on my spy. This is another really fucking awesome cosmetic. I would swap it out with this, for sure. I like it. It's good shit. The now updated Wealthy Warrior Warpaint. Why can't I remember how this looked like before? I hate that I can't remember how it looked like before. Did they upload it to the... They did not. They did not. I don't remember what it looked like before. Oh god. It's gonna bother me that I can't... You know what you should do, man? I think... See, now I can't remember what I told him last time, because I know I looked at this one on stream before, and I can't remember what I told him before. Fuck. I think you need to keep experimenting with different bases. Maybe try a 4-texture one, like... Oh... Try... Is it Yeti coded that's 4 textures? I don't remember. Yeah, this is a 4-texture one where you have like you can have the 4th element thrown in there. Because like, yeah, you can have that 4th element thrown in there. It could help break it up a little bit. Does it say what base it uses? It uses Helldriver as the base. What does Helldriver look like again? I don't remember how that one's base behaves. Give me a second. Helldriver, Helldriver, Helldriver. This might use a very similar base, actually, now that I think about it. No, yeah, it uses a 4-texture one. Shit. What could you do? What could you do? I don't know, man. I just... I think it's the brown texture. I think it's the wood. I think the wood's the problem here. I think the wood's the problem here. Because, like, the gold and the silver mix really well. Maybe... what could you do? Wait, what are you using as your... What are you using as your... Maybe instead... Here we go. Instead of the silver being your 4th texture, make it be the wood. Make it be the wood texture. Because if this was wood instead, I think it would help break this up a lot more. Yeah, like this could be wood and this would still be silver. That might help make this a bit more... add a bit of continuity between the larger areas of brown and help tie the composition together all together. So. That might help. Hell Driver is just 3 textures. Was it? I think these are 4 different textures. Looks like it to me. Yeah, this is a gradient, this is black, this is flame, and this is like a weird... Is this like fucking up? I don't know, man. Either way, it needs one with 4 textures because what you need to do is you need to have the wood help break up the gold a little bit. That's what you need to do. Boom block? What? What is this? Huh? It's kind of a fairly inoffensive... It's a fairly inoffensive hat, I guess. It's okay. See, Yikes, here's the thing, man. You've corrected me on stream, and now what you're gonna do is I know for a fact you're gonna go gloat inside some Discord, and you're gonna, like, mock me for not having memorized texture placements on every Warpaint. I guarantee that's what you're gonna do. Based off your previous behavior. I have a nagging suspicion that that's exactly what you're going to do. Anyway. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's alright. This gets a pass. It also mutes the paint colors a little bit. I think it's okay. It's alright. I'll say yes. Tentatively. I'm not gonna bookmark it though. Saw that already. Did I see this one before? I think I did. I did not look at this. Is this referencing something? I think it's referencing something. Or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. The hair. The hair. Does he get a cigar too? Oh man, it'd be cool if he got a cigar. Okay, he gets the cigar. Okay, the cigar and the hair, that's fucking nice. Cigar and the hair, fucking phenomenal. That looks really good. I don't know how I feel about this. Don't know. Is it paintable? Is there a fucking paint region on this? Oh, the whole shirt is paintable! Fuck off! Why do you do this? Stop! Why do you make the whole fucking shirt paintable? Fuck off with that shit, man. God! It would have been fine! It's fun. They like try to sneak it in there. They try to sneak it in there with the more subtle colors, right? Like, oh, here's gray, or here's green. No, it's just, you cannot have paint regions this fucking big. Because no one's gonna paint it like this. You're gonna see neon green, you're gonna see fucking pink. And it's gonna look like shit. It's gonna be a big, noisy blob in the middle of the game. Do not, like, if this didn't have a paint region, I would instantly upvote this. But this paint region sucks. Why did you do that? You fucking ruined this, man. Fuck me. That's unfortunate. Anyway. We have, like, another example, like, you're pushing on adding a little too much stuff onto Pyro's, like, look, the colors. Oh, don't do that with the color, man. That drives me nuts when the color is different than the default model. It contrasts in this awful way. Don't, like, you could have kept it the same blue. That would have been fine. Is there a paint region on this? Okay, I looked at this. I looked at this a second ago. Yes, obviously. It probably should have just been the tie, but I feel like it adds too much detail. I feel like it adds too much detail. Like, if the undershirt was just plain, then I think, or just stripes, that'd be fine. But it didn't need the extra seam in the buttons. You don't need the buttons on the collar either. I think, like, it's still a really good cosmetic. I wouldn't be offended if this was added, but this one... Is it like Pyro's battery pack? Was Pyro have like a battery pack? What is this? I'm confused. What is that? What is this, man? It's like a battery pack for Pyro. It's a little strange. Does it remove his tank? It's kind of strange, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like this one's also treading in that territory of adding too much, but the fact that, like, the sides and the back are all not overly detailed right? It's just these, I can't give this a pass because of the fucking colors. This lighter blue is ticking me off. I can't, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. Why'd you... That looks bad. Why'd you do that? Like, I understand what they were going for in terms of the base, but... Why'd you not add another texture to get rid of the team color on that? I'm not a fan of it, really. I'm not a fan. It's a little too bland. It needs a little something to make it pop, right? Like this one uses a base where it leaves some of the default weapon model visible, like how Team Service and Secretly Service do it. I think they do anyway. And it just looks really bad. Like that looks ugly, in my opinion. I don't know. You needed to make this. You needed to make this a full-blown war paint. You needed to make this a full-blown war paint, and you needed to add a tertiary texture on here to liven this up, to brighten it up, right? I mean, unfortunately, this is made by Schizos, so I'm not gonna comment on it anymore. But that's what you needed to do. Why do you have ice cubes popping out of it? You didn't need. It's like it's fine, but then you have these fucking ice cubes just like vomit out of the top. Why? You don't need to do that. Get rid of them. It's just the moon with the icicles and the stars and the cloud. It's a nice, simple, not big eyesore, but then you have to add this random like element coming out of the top. Come on. You don't need to do that. It ruins it for me. Like it would be a perfect unusual effect if it didn't have ice cubes popping out of the top. Why? Fix this shit. So who did this? Who fucking did this? Zadrave and these fucking schizos. Like, listen, you guys are schizos, but fix this crap before it gets put in the game. Get rid of the fucking ice cubes. You don't need it. You don't need it. Get them out of there. Oh. Oh. Whew. So, perfect example of what happens when you put in way too much detail into a war paint. This is what you get. You get eye vomit. It's not clown vomit because there's organization in terms of the colors, but you get eye vomit. It's really busy. Remove the gold detailing inside of the individual scales, and it would look a lot better. But because you have these very I combined tiny and fine. If you have all these fine, tiny elements like this that are also bright, it's way too much. It's so noisy and so busy. You gotta simplify this a little bit. Like, overall, the colors could be a tad bit desaturated a little, but I would get rid of these finer gold details in here because it just makes it way too much. Way too. The bit rate killer weapon. Thank you. Yeah, it's a bit. I gotta say no, man. It's a little too intense. It would heavily benefit from some simplification, for sure, and a little bit of desaturation. Like the blue looks okay. Like the blue looks fine, but the red's a little bit too candy apple, or not candy apple, more like raspberry truffle. A little bit like raspberry truffle. Flyers first. I saw this one before. Pretty decent set. I like it. Like, here we go. Like, if you're gonna add, like, texture to your fur, keep it simple and don't do weird, like, dimples and, like, crocodile skin. This looks better. This is decent. I'm okay with this. Small paint region, thank God. Mix and match with a bunch of cosmetics. I'm okay with this. I will bookmark it. Going in the folder. More Weezer. Saw that one already. It's like these 3D hands. Look at these 3D generated hands. Why? These low frame rate 3D generated hands. Good lord. Fucking Starry. Holy shit. Yeah, it's a little much. In fact, it's a lot much. It goes a little bit too far. Like, if it was just the purple cloud behind it, that would be a lot better. But then you added cards and flowers and hands and a wand. Simple is better. Simple is better across the board for everything in TF2. This game was not designed to have this much visual noise. If you keep things simple, people, and this is from my experience for playing this game for years, if you keep things simple, people will generally like it a whole hell of a lot more. Especially for unusual effects. Saw that already. Like, okay, so, like, people, like, the guys who made this got, like, really pissed. Like, this was uploaded to the workshop, so it's not gonna get put in the game. And because of the mechanical decisions done to make this, or the mechanical decisions made to make this basically impossible to be put into TF2, it's never going to get in the game. Like, this is a really cool experiment to push what war paints and skins can be, but this is by no means appropriate for TF2 in any capacity. It shouldn't, it's like, animated textures, animated war paints, they should never be in the game. Period. Adds way too much visual noise, and it would just detract from the feel of the game. It's not appropriate at all. It does look cool, but as a TF2 item, no. But it does look cool. I will give it that much, but should not be in the game. Yeah, it's 30 frames of 2048 by 2048 textures, making for a 30 megabyte skin. Oh, yeah, that's a doozy. Possessed? I don't know. It's not bad, honestly. It's just LA smog. It's just LA smog. I don't know. It's kind of like a glorified smoking. It's a glorified smoking unusual effect. It might be a little bit too dark. I could see this as being a very high tier unusual effect. I'm leaning towards liking it because it's not more neon color vomit, but maybe you're right. Maybe it might be a little too saturated. Like, yeah, black energy, black burning flames, which I've seen people try to do before. I'm not really offended by it, honestly. I'm not offended by it. It's another instance of, like, it's not good, but it's not bad, you know? And that's the problem with a lot of unusual effects, you know? Ain't no way the loudest effects are the most valuable. This is loud, because in TF2 is a very desaturated environment. So, like, envision this effect on a hat while someone's playing upward. It's gonna be this big black mass surrounding their head. This would stick out in game quite a bit, I think. And I think it'd be sought after. More so than smoking. Yeah, I think, and that would be the main appeal behind it, because it is so saturated. I think that'd be the main appeal behind it. Just think there's better. I think there's better. I think there's better, man. I think there's better. I'm gonna move on. Again, with like the overabundance of details. It's not as bad as the previous one, at least. Like, the shirt looks good. The shirt is better than the mask. The mask is way too overly detailed. The mask is way too complex and detailed. The shirt, marginally better. You keep the straps on there, you know, the details overall aren't too in your face. Yeah, I like the shirt, I don't like the mask. I like the shirt, I don't like the mask. I will say no to the mask. Yeah, too detailed looks good. Too detailed, it looks good, and I want it not everything to be simple. I mean, simpler tends to be better. Some details fine. Locomotive V2. Oh god, I looked at this one a long time ago. Holy shit, it's been a long time since I saw this one again. Man, it got so dark. It's so dark. I don't remember it being this dark. And the custom wear is too much. Holy god, this guy went way over the top. Custom wear is too noisy. You made the metal and the black textures way too dark. The old version of this was so much better. Let me see if I can find it. The old version was... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is way cleaner. Look at this. This version was way better in my opinion. It was way cleaner. The custom wear wasn't there. This was a lot better in my opinion. Why'd you change it? This was fine. Yeah, this new version does way too much. It's way too dark. The custom wear is way too noisy. It's too dark now. Whatever happened here, it's like this texture's fine, like this nice metal texture, but this could stand to be solid. I would get rid of the custom wear, just make that like a solid black soot. Brighten up these so you can get the contrast between the dark and the light on the wear. Hell, actually make this the wear. Make this metal the wear. Or invert it. Something simpler, not this. Because I mean, you want to like have it look dirty as with higher wear, I get that. But having it wear to this noisy coal texture just doesn't look very good. I don't like the new one. It's way too noisy. Saw this one before. It's, you know, a play on apples. You know, you have green apples and red apples. You know, green is as good as you're gonna get for blue team. I think it's okay. It's simple, it's clean, it's not super in your face. It's just okay. There are better things that I think could go into my update video. This is like a more like if we're gonna stick to summer, then this should be more for a summer thing. I voted yes for it. Am I gonna bookmark it? I don't know. The apple texture goes insane. It does look really good. Like they put a lot of work into this. There's like a lot of subtle detail in here that saves it from being this flat thing. So maybe it is quite good. I'll bookmark it. I'll bookmark it tentatively. May or may not go in the video, but certainly better than most other things. The Forensic Investigator. Hey, look at this. Yo, look at this hat. I said yo. I said, yo, in the way Zoomers do, dude. Oh, you guys are a bad influence on me. I'm absorbing your behavior via osmosis. You're a bad influence on me. Oh, God, I need to stay away from you. I gotta stay away from you guys. You're turning me into one of you. Ugh. Anyway, this is quite good. I like the hat. The hat's nice. I like the lighter version more than the dark version, I will say. Paint region is subtle. It's quite good. Where's the coat? Where's the coat? Let me see the coat. Das Trenchen-Cotton! I don't like the belt. The rest of it's fine. I'm not a fan of the belt, honestly. I feel like the buckle could have stood to be a solid buckle. It could have stood to be a solid buckle. I think that would have been better. The belt should be darker? Yeah, maybe so. Either have the buckle be a solid dark grayish brown like this is, or have the entire belt be dark. Be the dark gray. I think that would have been better. I like the hat. I like the hat. I'll bookmark the hat because I'm a huge fan of like the Uber Stern Man. It's one of my favorite hats in the game. For Medic, this hat here. This is easily like one of my favorite Medic hats in the game. I fucking love this hat so much. Diet white looks awesome. So we need more like white brimmed hats for Medic. This definitely fits that bill. Looks really good. But it's just the belt on the shirt, man. Actually just get rid of the belt. Just get rid of the belt. You don't need the belt. And then the coat is fine. Or make it like a thinner, it can be like a thinner belt or something. So, but I like the hat. I say yes to the hat. I'll bookmark the hat. Warning Zone. Another pop war paint. It's alright. I just feel like what you could have done is make it team colored. So you have the darker orange on red and the lighter orange on blue. I'm not a fan of both of them put together. I'm really not. I feel like it should all be the same orange and it should all be the same lighter orange. I don't like the two put together. It's not bad. I will say it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I would have preferred a team variant, honestly. I would have preferred a team variant. I think I would have. Perhaps it's a good thing that it's that. Oh, I'm fumbling my words. Perhaps it's a good thing that there isn't a team variant on this. God, I'm butchering my words. Nothing is coming out of my mouth today. Except for bullshit. Haha. Probably a good thing they didn't have a team variant on this. It keeps things simple. Keeps things simple. And it's okay. I'll say yes, but I don't think I want to bookmark it. I don't think I want to bookmark it. Also, why brown? Why brown? I think dark gray. Dark gray would be better. Like a darker gray. The brown is kind of rubbing me the wrong way. It would also match the wear a little bit better. Yeah, I think a darker gray would have been better than the brown. Again, the brown doesn't look bad, but I think gray would be better. That's my own bias coming in, I admit, because I love how an orange and black color palette looks. I think that's like the sexiest color palette you can ever have. Go look at my character on Twitter for that reason. Reds and blacks, and so reds and like warmer colors and black. It's my favorite. So that's my own bias slipping in a little bit, I do admit, but I think black would look better. Convict's case. Please God. Please God. Do not be overly animated. Please God, do not be overly animated. I hope to fuck it's not. Because at face value, you know what this is funny? You know why this is cool? Because this is like screenshot taunt material. You have someone standing over someone's dead ragdoll, and then they hold this up. It's like perfect screenshot material. It's fucking perfect. That, like, conceptually fits in the game just fine. Because that's like, this could work as a taunt. I think it's like you screenshot a guy holding up the fucking, you know, what is it called? Isn't there a name for this, by the way? There's a name for like the placard they hold up when they're being arrested. Is there a name for it? I think there is. Well, the mug shot is the picture, but the placard that they're holding. Is there a name for the placard or like the board with their name on it? Criminal ID plaque? I don't fucking know. All right, how bad is it? How bad is it? It could be worse, but it's too long. It could be worse. I feel like if it was just held up from the front and that's it, would have been fine. But yeah, it's a little bouncy. It's a little bouncy, a little overdone, which is a shame, man. It's a little overdone. I still wouldn't be offended if it was added into the game, honestly. I think it's okay. Definitely one of the better taunts I've seen in a while, so I'll bookmark it just for the sake of having something bookmarked. I've seen this one before as well. Thing is, I've seen this one before as well. I like this variant the most, but because this has, what, 4 styles, I think? Or no, this is like a collection of items here. What the fuck? Never mind. So he updated this. Interesting. Yeah, I'd seen this one before. This is good. Yeah, this. Never mind. I take it back. Small paint region. Looks really good as a nice vest for the NG. Just, yeah, this one's a no-brainer. Put that one in. Put that one in. No-brainer. This one's good. From 2019, but they updated it in May. So, that's another really good one. Scotch Smirk. Oh dear. Is this paintable? Thank God it's not. That looks kind of weird. I don't like it. It looks really bizarre. I'm not a fan of it. It's kind of ugly. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. I'm gonna say no. Like Demo Man does need more cosmetics where he's smoking something, like a cigar. Like Demo Man doesn't have a cosmetic where he's smoking a cigar or smoking a cigarette, right? Like call that like the irresponsible demolitions man or something, because you know you have a lit cigarette next to fuses or something. That'd be funny, but well, Salty Dog's a pipe, right? It's not a cigar or a cigarette or something. Why have the hood? Why have the hood? I don't get it. It looks really bad. The hood, just have the hat. The hood looks like shit. Get rid of it. Just have the hat. The thing that bugs me the most is like, now you can slip in a bunch of different styles into something. No one's gonna use the hood version. Everyone's gonna use the one without the hood. The hat itself is great, but the hood looks like shit. I think it's terrible. It looks weird. Take it from me, someone living in Texas, someone who's dealt with a lot of winters and looking at ranch hands and shit, you don't see guys doing that much. They bundle up tight, but they don't do like a hood and then put the hat on top. They do something different. At least down here. Again, the hat is fine, but I don't like the version with the hood. The vest looks nice though. The vest is nice. I'll say yes to that and I'll bookmark that. The vest is good. And I'll do the version without the hood. I'll bookmark that too and I'll say yes, but I don't like the hood. The hood looks weird. Hood looks weird. And that cosmetic again. Okay, let's see here. We gotta go through more. Let's get some more links. Get me more. Did my shit reset again? If it did, gonna be pissed. Didn't seem to. Good shit. As the Texan, I have to say hoods don't exist here. They do, but not with ranch hands. Not from my experience. They usually have like a neck warmer or scarf or something, or a full-on balaclava is what I've seen the most of. They don't have like a hood. Doesn't seem to have reset. No, it didn't reset. People are just sending a bunch of the same items. Someone sent me a Google URL. Oh god, I'm not gonna click that. It's probably porn. I'll have to ban that guy later. Okay. Oh, no. Any Saturday Night Live? Any Saturday Night Live fans in here? My beard is scratchy, Canteen Boy, but it gives good back rubs. I don't know how I feel about a Boy Scout item set. I don't know how I feel about this. It's a little weird. I'm not a fan of it. I just don't think like No, I'm not. I'm just gonna pass. I'm working my way the other way this time. It's a bit noisy. It's actually very noisy. Like this texture here, where it's like the galvanized black, it's almost okay, but the primary's got way too. It's almost like a photorealistic painting that you put on here. The details are too sharp. You got too many fine details, all mishmashed together. Too many colors going on. It's all on the same palette, but it's too noisy. You gotta simplify this down. You gotta smooth things out. You know, I will say TF2 follows a painterly style. Painterly style is impressionistic, where it's aiming to look like reality, emulate reality, but by doing so via simple shapes. Simple shapes, blocky shapes, what have you. And that's what makes TF2's look the way it does, right? This is a bit too detailed. It's actually way too detailed. You have to simplify the hell out of this. This honestly looks like photorealistic paint strokes slapped all over everything. Someone said AI generated. Maybe, but I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. But that's a hard pass. Oh fuck. Don't need that. Saw this taunt already. I'll say it one more time. This one also suffers from the same problem of just being way too overly animated. Look at this shit. Whoa! Drink up and boom! Throw it down! Yeah! It's a little too much. Like, look at this shit. He just fucking chugs it down. It's not even a taunt. They're just drinking. No. Hard pass. Another VSH map. Here's the thing, man. We're not gonna get versus Saxon Hail maps. If Eric Smith decides to add more VScript stuff, it's gonna be an entirely new game mode. It's gonna be something entirely new. Because what's happening at Valve is they're now swinging the other way. Because back in like 2016 or 2014 really is like when esports started to pick up. So Valve started catering to like the competitive esports scene. That's why they pushed Meet Your Match, right? That's why they pushed a matchmaking system, which ultimately failed miserably, because that's not what people wanted, and also the mechanical issues that were introduced. And then Valve got so fucking fed up because they couldn't make TF2 an esport, that they abandoned it. And then they said, okay, you know what, fuck it. Let's start copying what other popular games are doing. Fortnite, Overwatch, even Call of Duty, Minecraft, Roblox, where it's just a bunch of random mini-games all thrown into a big fucking pile, and they just keep adding more and more and more to appeal to a wider and wider audience. That's what Valve is going to do with TF2 now. They're just going to keep throwing in more game modes after game modes to keep watering this game down to appeal to people who didn't even want to play TF2 in the first place. And ultimately, when people realize that, oh, these game modes are not TF2 like Prop Hunt, what they're going to do is they're just going to go back to the vanilla game anyways, and all these game modes are going to be left in the game to rot. No one's going to give a fuck after the first week. They're going to play 2 rounds of this and then fucking move on. That's why versus Saxon Hail is fucking dead. There are more players on 2 Fort Invasion than all of versus Saxon Hail combined. That's saying something. More people are going out of their way to play 2 Fort Invasion than they are to play on versus Saxon Hail. What do you think is going to happen with Prop Hunt? It's not 100% accurate, but it's at least reflective of how many people are in there. So, anyways, I can't review maps because I haven't played them, so I can't tell. Whoa! Holy shit! That scared me. Oh man. That scared the shit out of me, man. Woo! Yeah, needless to say, overly saturated clown vomit that has no business being in this game. This is another one of these war paints that is just completely dead on arrival. There's nothing you can do to improve this. It's too noisy, the colors are way too bright. It just does not belong in this game. Plain and simple. Outlaw for Hire. This is a reference to Red Dead Redemption. For the engineer. It's okay. I like the other cowboy hat we just saw a moment ago, and I would prefer to have that one in game instead of this one. It's just okay. I'm gonna pass on it because I like the other one we saw better. Partner pullover. Another simple shirt. Another simple shirt for the engineer. It's okay. It's not bad. The little subtle detail going across it, like, that's okay. It's cute. It's fine. Yeah, this is okay. It's decent. Not, and you know, a subtle paint region, just the collar. Yeah, it's good. I'm okay with it. I'll bookmark that shit. Why not? Yeah, not great, not awful. Mercenary grade. Easy mercenary grade. Yeah. Decent cosmetic. Brass brushed. Now, featuring steel brushed. It's basically, it's steel brushed but brass. Doesn't look very good. Steel brushed works because it's silver and it's gray, which is more neutral. This just kind of looks like piss. It looks like piss. Like, if you're gonna do brass, you have to exaggerate what brass is a little bit. For example, Brass Beast. Here it's more yellow, it's more gold. That looks a little bit better. Whereas, hold on, I have to put my minigun back because if I don't, I'm gonna violate my loadout and my autism will go off the wall. Here it's a bit washed out. It's almost like manila. It's almost manila colored. It should be a bit richer. A bit richer. Bit richer in color. Could stand to actually be more leaning towards gold. So, check the prop hunt maps on the workshop. The prop hunt creators have bots upvoting the game mode in the comments. Is that real? Let's find out. If it is, that's just sad. Now I have to see this, because now if I don't verify this happening on stream, then people are gonna, you know, take it at face value. So let me go look for myself. We gotta do by most recent, because these have been downvoted to hell, so I'm not gonna be able to get to them very quickly. Oh my god, here we go. So, I don't know, man. I still see 2 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars. The comments are turned off. On that one, anyway. You think this is a bot? I think you're talking out of your ass, man. These are some of the lowest rated maps the workshop has ever seen, because very clearly people do not want this in the game. Right? This speaks novels for people not wanting this. And like, all of these maps were already at 2 or 3 stars before I even made my video, before Monkey even made his video. People were already hating on this. And then Monkey and I gave like the reinforcing shot of, fuck this shit. So. Anyways, make this a bit richer in color. Could stand to be a bit more on the gold side. So. Whoa, okay. That's a bit of a punch. Wah! Woo! That's intense. Tone it, like, it's weird, because like here it looks super bright, but here it looks more toned down. What's going on? Is it a gradient texture? Here's the problem too, man. You're being a little dubious. You're being a little dubious. You're being a little sneaky by shuffling seeds until you have a horizontal line. Whereas here, you're using a base where it's not always going to be a horizontal line. So, that's a problem. It's not going to be orientation locked. I don't think it's going to be orientation locked. Oh, never mind. It uses Hell Driver. Never mind. It uses Hell Driver. I lied. It's orientation locked. My mistake. But anyways, the yellow could stand to be toned down a little bit. Like the holes here are a little too noisy, and they get scaled up in an awful way on some of these weapon models. That kind of texture just does not look very good. Like, the only way you can make this kind of texture look good is if you can lock the scaling and lock the orientation, which that Zippy Plow Warpaint does. You guys remember Zippy Plow? The Zippy Plow Warpaint does that, where it sets the scaling as fixed and it locks the orientation, and that looks really fucking good. The stripes will not look like that on random seeds. Maybe not. It would depend on what the, and also yeah, because the texture placement varies on Hell Driver. Yeah, the stripes aren't always going to be in the same place. They're going to be shifted or rotated around, or not rotated but shifted around. So yeah, like in higher wares, this one kicks ass because it mutes down the yellow a little bit, but in Factory New, it's a little too bright. So yeah, I don't know, man. It just. Sometimes you're not gonna be able to perfectly execute something like this into a TF2 skin without going the extra mile and doing orientation lock and scale locking and what have you. So, God, I'm getting so many fucking trade offers. Saw this already. After Hours we saw already. The crotch chop. Yes, very, very fitting and appropriate for TF2. Funny haha meme taunt that, you know, funny joke, don't really think it's not really appropriate for the game. I don't think it's appropriate for the game. It's a funny joke, but I don't think it should be added. The 9 o'clock shadow. That's another decent spy coat, I would say. Another fairly decent spy coat. Doesn't seem to have a paint region. No paint region. It is a little bit reminiscent of the Lurking Legionnaire. Yeah, it's a little reminiscent of this. Some changes, you know, some changes. You got the buttons, you got the black around the collar. I like it. It's okay. It's not the best spy coat we've seen today. We've seen other spy cosmetics that looked really good. But this one's not bad. I'll say yes. Not gonna bookmark it, but I'll say yes. You know what? I'm not really offended by it. Because if you're gonna put Christmas lights anywhere on an engineer or anywhere on a player model, doesn't it make sense to turn the extension cord into a strand of lights? I feel like if you're gonna do like a subtle Christmas item, it's not bad. I think that's okay. Like if you're gonna put Christmas lights on anything, you're gonna put it on his extension cord. I'm not offended by it. I think it's fine. Honestly, I think it's okay. And yeah, of course, you can like go balls to the wall with all the other festive items the engineer has, but I'm not offended by it. I mean, it will very much be trade-up fodder. Most people are not going to use this. It's too small, it's too simple, it is just Christmas lights. But the execution and the concept make perfect sense. It fits with the engineer. Instead of the extension cord, it's a strand of Christmas lights. It's modest, it's not in your face, it's not this nasty, tacky fucking Santa Christmas cone. This is okay. I'm alright with this. I'll even say yes, because I feel like I can make an argument for it in my video. Like, if we're gonna get a Christmas item, and we're gonna get a Christmas item, I would much take this over a fucking Christmas ornament head. Right? Like we got last year. That was a fucking stupid hat that nobody wants. So, yeah. Frosted mantelpiece. I don't like what you got going on with the glow around the edges. That looks a bit strange to me. It would be better if these, I guess it's like meant to look like it's been embossed. I would get rid of that. Like, Aiden recently, or actually, I shouldn't say recently, like a while ago, Aiden recently nailed down how you want to handle metal engraving textures on war paints. I wonder if I can scroll back far enough in our conversation to see if I can. Like here, like I'll just show you the Krampus war paint again, right? Like if you're gonna do like this engraved or embossed kind of metal texture, this is how you want to handle it, right? This, it's like too 3D, it's too bright and too sharp, right? Yeah, it feels too clip arty. That's a good way of putting it. It feels too clip arty. Yeah. I mean, the colors are fine, like the pattern is okay, but like the way they tried to introduce that 3D effect on there didn't do it very good. I like how you have like the subtle dusting of like, I guess they call it frosty for frosted mantle, or frosty like this frosted mantelpiece, which is something that Saccharine Striped does, and as a result looks not bad. You go to Saccharine Striped, which is one of the few Christmas-themed war paints or holiday-themed war paints that look quite good. I don't know if you can see it because of the bit rate of the stream, but you have like these little shiny speckles, in the color texture here. They kind of incorporate that with this to look like it's been like frosted or dusted. I think it's okay. That's fine, but the engraving on this needs work. I would definitely try to emulate what Aiden did here, and it would look a lot better. For sure. Bob Ross, haha. Just really bad. It looks like a Lego man. I've said this before. I looked at this one before. It looks like a Lego man. It's like Lego hair. Good God. It's a funny joke, but don't put this in game. It looks like a Lego minifigure. And of course you can paint it like this giant pink orb on Engineer's head. Bob Ross, rest in peace, man, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say I pass. Just a little much. Saw that again. Yeah. Ugh. It's very noisy. It's very noisy. It's way too busy. It's very purple. It's very purple. It's just way too noisy. You gotta simplify the primary texture a little bit. Like, if you're gonna do stripy waves, cream corned or creamed corned, whatever it's called, this one does it okay. Like, where are you? Cream corned. Like, this one does it okay. Like, this texture is very simple. It could stand to use a little bit of... Fuck. It could stand to use a little bit of extra detail in there, right? Like, this one is slightly starved for detail, while, you know, this one has a bit too much detail. Like, if you removed some of the finer elements and, like, the spots in here, you'd clean it up a little bit and it'd be better. Yeah, I would also desaturate it a little bit. The purple is a little bit intense. It's like, I don't know. And purple plays decently well enough as a neutral color between both teams. It's better than orange, because orange is a warm color and your eyes gravitate towards warmer colors more and associate that more quickly with red than they do purple with blue. So, yeah, this one could stand using I'm butchering my grammar now because I've been talking for 3 hours straight. This one could stand receiving some simplification, for sure. That one again. Like, it's like, if this was a Halloween restricted item set like the days of old, fine. Halloween restricted item set like the days of old, totally fine. But as a year-round, always available cosmetic, I don't think it's appropriate. Saw that one already. Scorched Scotsman. Is there a smoke effect on it? Oh, there's not. Okay. I don't even think you need the singed edges. The singed edges are totally unnecessary. I think it's just fine. It's normal facial hair. I mean, even with the singed edges, it's not terrible. It's just, you know, it's just okay. The modeling work leaves a little bit of something to be desired. I wonder how many things this person's made. Quite a bit. But it seems like they mostly do particle effects and skins. Yeah, mostly particle effects and skins and not so much like on the modeling work. Yeah, and the initial model was made by this guy. So, it needed a bit more time in the oven. You know, it's not a bad idea. It's a simple beard and mustache cosmetic, but it's not great. Unusual effect. Nothing. Funny joke. You just get nothing. Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious? I like how they have like a showcase video. It's just the hat. Wouldn't that be fucking great? You unbox an unusual, you see the purple text, and there's just fucking nothing. That'd be fucking hilarious. I mean, people would get pissed, but... Yeah, 10 out of 10. Let's go. Valve, please add it. 10 out of 10. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, okay. That's a lot. That's too much. It, like... Blah. What's that soldier? Like, the Whirly Warrior. Like, the Whirly Warrior is... Yeah, this is Fortnite. I'm sorry. I haven't said it this stream once. I have not said it this stream fucking once. I've not said Fortnite once. Here's my Fortnite. Here's my obligatory Fortnite for my stream right here. That's Fortnite. It's just too much. It looks like it's not really appropriate for the game. Like, we have the Whirly Warrior for Soldier. That's more stylized to fit his character, and it's, you know, it's really well modeled. The details are good. So, I don't know. Look at this. Too much. Look up Wingman Fortnite. Wingman Fortnite. I mean, it's not far off, but it's not an exact copy. But it's not far off. You get a fucking Minecraft skin. Yeah, hard pass. That is a no thanks, not interested. Pictures of a 3D object put into 2D look really bad. This is an example of that. It's a very busy and just not visually appealing war paint at all. I would consider this one just a dud. And he did all original Monoculus drawings, which is great, but it's like, it's just, it doesn't look great, man. Like, what you should have done is maybe have the sticker be a random element, but like a random sticker on a Warpaint and have it have a fixed position like Park Pigmented. You could have stuck with the same color palette, and then you could have maybe done different texture work based off of Viaduct, right? And have like a bright purple element in there, like the subtle, like the quaternary texture? Tertiary? What comes after tertiary? What comes after tertiary? How do you say it? The fourth color could be like a bright purple color, like to match the crits. Quaternary, is it quaternary? Yeah, like the quaternary texture. Be like a subtle bright element, you know? And then like the rest kind of be like dull and dingy, or even like just like brown to match Monoculus. And then, but yeah, the repeating eye stickers just do not look very good. I mean, props to doing all the custom artwork for the eyeballs, but it would definitely look better as a sticker element than a repeating texture, for sure. Like, this was the other part of that set we saw earlier. There's too much detail. Like, it has the cross and the wolves and the buckles and the strap and the headphones. It's a little too much. Like, this could have stood, like, again, like, just simplification. You don't need that much detail on stuff like this. This is leaning into Fortnite territory again. Fortnite is when you add too many details. And it just makes it too busy for TF2, right? For example, the field practice. Like, for example, the field practice for TF2 is this exact same concept, you know, but it's a beret with headphones and the cross, but this one is so nice because of how inherently simple it is. And when you throw all this other detail on there, you know, all the different little emblems and insignias and the buckles and the strap with the holes and the headphones, it's too much. Dial it back. It's way too much detail. So, but I do like the base. I like the base hat. Having a base white captain hat would be fucking awesome for Medic, right? The headphones are also fine, and you could just keep the Medic cross on there, but I would knock off with the strap, get rid of the strap, get rid of the wolves on there, get rid of the buckle, simplify the overall hat, then I think it's fine. Oh yeah, this set again. Here we go. Like, this set is cool. I love this fucking set. It would be so cool to have this in game. The flaps jutting out are a bit much, I will say. I wish they were, you know, down against his ears. Check Discord DMs. I will do that in just a moment. Thank you. You didn't need to donate for me to check. I don't know, but even then, it's not too terrible. I like this set, honestly. I think it'd be cool to have in game. I'd like to see it. I'll bookmark this again and put it in the pile. Yeah, it's pushing a little, but the goggles look nice. Like, the goggles look good. I wish the flaps weren't there. The flaps are a little big. But I like everything else about it. Voguish Rogue. Simple. It's an ancient cosmetic. Ancient cosmetic. We'll never see this in game. It's just Spy without his coat and his shirt's untucked. No, that's pretty good. Simple. Come on, guys. The whole shirt? Really? The whole fucking shirt? This one can't be implemented? Well, we're safe anyways, then. We saw this already. Freedom Fleece? Here we go. Yeah, fucking questionably insane with, you know, this is what has been on the workshop for a long time. Yeah, it's like a nice, cool sweater for Soldier. It's just really cool. Does this one come with the gloves? I don't know if it comes with the gloves. It seems like it comes with the gloves. It comes with the gloves. It just looks really good. Kick-ass Soldier cosmetic. A relatively subtle paint region. I'm gonna bookmark this one. This one will definitely go in the case because we need more variety of cosmetics that aren't Engineer and Spy. I like it. Saw this already. Too much. Too much, methinks. Too many colors. Like, at most, even though the color palette is totally fine, at most, when it comes to war paints, you want, like, 4, maybe 5 colors. That's the most amount that you want. You go beyond 4 or 5 colors, then the overall composition is going to get way too busy. Even if they're all inside the same palette, it's too much. It's too much. Saw that already? This is just the entire Shrek movie. I wonder if this is just the whole Shrek movie. Like, did they upload it frame by frame? Is it just frame by frame? The Shrek movie? Wonder how big the resolution is. Is it like a 248 by 248 texture? Or like a 216 by 216 a 216 by 216 texture? Aeronautic Ace. I saw this set before. This is another really cool set. Another good one for Demo Man. It's a nice fucking awesome hat. Paint region's not terrible. They mute the colors on the paint region. Looks good. And this fucking coat looks awesome. I love it. Really nice Demo Man set. I'd like to see full body shots. Here we go. Full body shots. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. I mean, just, yeah. This is another really awesome set. I will bookmark it. I'll put it in the pile. It's like, what but like, I can't tell what I'm supposed to be looking at. It is just the spy hat. Okay. Full body shots. Ooh. I'm not a fan of this one. It's not horrible. I don't like it much. We have other brimmed hats for the spy that are better. I'm not a fan of this one. Not going to the pile. Ah, Executive Suite. Yes, gotta bookmark this one. This is a fucking awesome skin. Really clean, really sleek. Aiden doing God's work. This one's bookmarked. Fucking awesome. Like this? Oh, yeah, just... so good! Nice stuff. Sincere thanks for keeping me awake while I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule. I do what I can. Live humming a moment. Skip my link. I'm sorry, dude. It's a lot. There's a lot of links. If I skip one or two, I do apologize because it just ends up being a lot. So Fuwox wanted me to look at this one. Yeah. Here we go. So, if I'm remembering correctly, Mr. Fuwox, yep, that's right. So, funny enough, what I did is for my video about trade-ups some time ago, what I did is I took an existing Valve texture. And then I changed the colors of it so I could have it as like a nice background for my video, as like the intro card. And so what this workshopper did is he took inspiration from that edited Valve texture and then made an entire war paint out of it. And I guess it's themed after bowling. It fits the aesthetic. It looks really good. The color palette's really nice. And see, like, if you're gonna have white be a primary color, you gotta have something like stripes to break it up. That looks really good. That's how you handle the white. And I'm a sucker for orange, so this is really nice. It's just good. Like, nice work, man. It's clean. You know what's also nice about this? This is very reminiscent of, like, older TF2 maps. Like, older TF2 maps, like the spy tech aesthetic. Hold on, I have a call. Give me a moment. Very important business going on over the phone. Very important business going on the phone. Anyways, bookmarked. Bookmarked. Probably going in the video. No bias. It just looks good. I like it. And anyways, as I was saying, it's very reminiscent of like the older style of TF2, like the older like, you know, spy tech kind of style TF2 had before things just kind of went everywhere. So I really, really like this war paint. You did some good work, man. It's good shit. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go through these last few because I have to go. Well, here we have the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen. We have the star of the show. We have the pinnacle, the peak, the highest of quality. It's the cactus. It's the fucking cactus. 2011. This is like the day after the workshop went live. TF2 workshop. Hold on. When did they put this? When did they push this shit? TF2 workshop release date. I can't type. Yep, this was uploaded 3 days. This was uploaded like 5 days after the workshop went live. This was one of the first things ever uploaded to Steam as a workshop item. Because, for those of you that don't remember, the workshop was originally only for TF2. And because it was so successful in TF2, they branched it out to other games. This was one of the first ever items uploaded to the workshop. In 2011, this fucking cactus. Oh, shit. Anyway. Prototype. That's not bad. I feel like you brighten this up. Brighten up the yellow on the duct tape, and it would look really good. Is this a custom mapped paint? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, these are customly mapped textures. It looks really cool, but I think you could stand to brighten up the hazard stripes and make those a brighter yellow. Unfortunately, this being a custom mapped skin, it's never going to get added because Valve doesn't add these anymore. But it looks quite nice. It's really cool. It's really good. It's really cool. I like it. So no, this is not the BMW logo. It's like the crash test dummy logo. But yeah, Valve's never going to put this in the game. It's a bit of a shame because there's a lot of effort went into this. It's really cool, but I'll like it. I'll favorite it even. But we'll never see it. Just kind of sucks. And then the last item we're gonna look at today is another fucking Star Wars set. Really? At least this one isn't as in your face as, like, you know, the Snow Trooper set for Medic, but I mean, it's not bad, I guess. It's not bad, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's okay. I like the hat, but it's just okay. It's just okay. I'm not huge on it. I really don't like Star Wars references being in the game, but yeah, it does look more like invasion items. It's okay. It's not the worst. I'll say it's not the worst. It's okay. I wouldn't be offended if it was added into the game. You know, it's not as blatant as a Snow Trooper set for the Medic, which just does not belong in TF2 at all. So, anyways, and then we have Marbled, another pair war paint. I think I looked at this one before. I don't remember what I said to change, but I like it. You put the gold inlay. I don't think the gold inlay was on there before. You got the gold inlay there now, which ties it a lot more to the gold texture. You got this breaking up. Yes, good. I like it. I like it. Where can you send me fan art? I guess DM me on Discord. That's kind of the only place. Can I pressure you to check the item I put up today? Fine. I will look at the item you put up today. I assume it's this pyro set you DM'd me? Is this it? I assume you did? Quickly answer me, because I gotta go. I gotta go make dinner. Was this it? Speak now. Anyway, I assume yes, so we'll take a look. So, we have this pyro set. Well, I don't know, man. The colors look off. It looks very bright. Are these are these the default colors? The pyro thing didn't go up yet? Well, I'm looking at this anyway. I'm looking at this anyway. These don't look like the default colors on the pyro. The beanie's fine. These don't look like the default colors to me. They look like more washed out and yeah, the red looks like it's orange to me. The red looks like it's orange and it really should tie to the default color. So, directly sample from the textures. Okay. So long as they are the default colors, then I think this is fine. Please do not tell me the sweater is paintable. Tell me this is not paintable. Like, just make the paint region the lapels or something. Don't make it the sleeves. Don't make it the undershirt. Just leave it as is. No paint region, please. No fucking paint region. Other than that, I think it's fine. It does look odd, though. When you remove Pyro's straps, and his grenades, it feels like you lose a lot of what's on Pyro. Like, it's why I don't like cosmetics like the North Polar Fleece? I think is what it is. Fleece? No, see, even this one keeps his strap across his chest. There's another cosmetic that removes the straps on Pyro, and I don't like it. Yeah, he looks naked. He looks naked without the straps on his torso. This one at least has some details on there to break it up. The Dead of Night, but even like the Dead of Night on Pyro has like the collar, and there's also I think there's a grenade style and a grenade-less style. Hide grenades. Here we go. Yeah, you can have the... Hello? Don't break on me? Yeah, so you can put the grenades back if you want. So, but even then, you have the darker collar that breaks up the torso. So, anyway, I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it's okay. Anyway, that's where I gotta call it. I gotta go. I gotta call it. So, for those of you watching the YouTube VOD, this was 3.5 hours long, and I'm stopping the recording now.